Alrighty. What is up, everybody? Just want to make sure this... Oh, it is working. Alright, let me mute this so I don't echo back. Alright, what's up, everybody? It's BaldGuyAce. I believe we are live right now on YouTube. Yes, I see people joining. What's going on, guys? How's it going? It's BaldGuyAce. What's up, Enderman, Z2 Fan, Scrub, Angelina, or Xgelina, Trenton Brown, E-Teen Gamer. What is up? How you guys doing? I just went live. I just want to make sure. What's up, Firecracker? How's it going? I just want to make sure that my settings are okay here because I changed one thing, and I just want to make sure that it's all going through okay. So I'm going to make a quick setting thing here and make sure it actually works. And let's see here. 1 second. Hopefully this doesn't change anything. Alright, I think we are good. Yeah, I think we're all good here. What's up? Puyu YT, Kid Lightspeed, what's up? Zane. Ace Ship, what's up? How you guys doing? Yo, alright. Coffee Kenny, how's it going? Alright, let's see. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. I know it's late. But I figured I wanted to stream because I'm almost done filling in my sugarcane farm, and I figured I would finish it on stream. It's all 3 layers now that I'm almost done with here. So if I go down here and I warp to my sugarcane farm, and I go up here, you'll see, look at this. I have 1 layer complete, 2 layers complete. This is the 3rd layer, and it's on its way to getting complete here. So I only have less than half of the farm to fill in just with the sugarcane, and then I'm totally done. I already have all the sugarcane in my inventory. By the way, one of the things I did was I bought a whole bunch of, well, actually, I made them. I bought the material to make a bunch of large backpacks because I realized, because somebody told me yesterday in the stream that you can right-click a backpack in your ender chest and go right into it. So what I decided to do was just fill up my, eventually I'm going to fill up my entire ender chest, except for maybe the top row, with backpacks. So that way I basically have a ton of space to store basically everything I need. So all the rest of these backpacks here, this is the rest of the sugarcane that I need to fill in the farm. I just already have it prepared. The only thing is I have heard rumors that some people have lost various items that were like valuable that they had in backpacks. It doesn't happen very often, but I have heard a couple of stories about that. So just to be safe, I put my Aspect of the Dragons, my Runin's Bow, my Tree Capacitator, and my Stonk. And this is a special reforge for items. I put these on the top because these are all valued over at least 1 million coins each. So that way, in case I did lose stuff, I didn't want to lose anything that's over 1 million coins. So anything that was like super valuable, I put up here. But everything else, I figured, because it's super rare that you would lose a backpack, but every once in a while like, you hear about it happening. So I figured I would put that stuff separate, but it's pretty cool. So let's see. I'm now going to go through your questions. Zane says, "Bro, I love your video on how to correctly enchant. Can you make an updated one?" The one that I have is actually still up to date. It's actually the one that I have on the sword is still up to date. The bow is up to date. The only difference is that with the bow, you can now go all the way up to Infinite Quiver 10 instead of 5. But you still might not want to do that because it costs a ton of experience levels. So for the average player, or even like a high level player, you're not going to necessarily want Infinite Quiver 10 on your bow because it's going to cost an insane amount of enchanting levels. It's more just for like the end game player that really wants to like just get a crazy bow. Same with the sword. My current sword design is still the optimal enchanting guide. People still go to it and use it. The only thing I could do to update it is make it so that you use 1 anvil use instead of 3 or 4. But you don't really need that because that just makes it more expensive to build. It only matters because some people just like it to have 1 anvil use. But if you want that, you could just combine all the books before putting them on the sword. Let me just change one thing so I can see who's logging in here. I mean, how many viewers we got and everything. Let's see. I'll just go to this section here. Right. Oh, nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. All right. By the way, yeah, what's up? If anybody's new, welcome to the stream. My name is BaldGuyAce, and I posted a video about how to build a sugarcane farm. And in that video, I built the second layer of my sugarcane farm. I already had a first one, and now during this live stream yesterday, I think it was Sunday's live stream, which was the last live stream I did. I built a lot of the sugarcane farm on my third layer. I basically put all the dirt down, which takes forever to place the dirt. And now all I have to do, because I placed the slabs and the water, now all I have to do is place the rest of the sugarcane, and we are totally done. Then I'm going to be able to run through it and test out whether this farm works and if it grows back by the time I get to the end of it, which means I can infinitely farm. Let's see here. Let's see what you guys said. I used your sword enchant guide probably 50 times by now, and I made all of my money from making books using that method. Nice. That's awesome. Very cool. Oh yeah, you made G-books. Nice. Why shouldn't you put cleave, venomous, knockback, etc. on your sword? There's various reasons. Originally, there were problems with some of them, and then other ones you don't want to put on because it messes up the other skills. I forgot the exact reasons, but there's basically a reason for all of them not going on. Yeah, there was things with the hitbox and all this technical stuff of why you don't want to do it. I don't remember exactly. I just know that every time I look it up, there's always a reason why you don't want to do it. Like they say they supposedly fixed some of them or whatever, the problems that they had, but there was still, you still like don't really see people doing it. But you could double check and see, but I haven't heard anyone like complaining that like I didn't say to put something on their sword and everybody else has it. Oh yeah, someone said cleave is good now. See, I don't know. I thought somebody else said the cleave was still not something you want to put on, but I could be wrong. Maybe now. Maybe it is worth putting on. Let's see. Is the man picture on your thumbnails yours? Yes, that is me. If you look at my older videos, I'm actually in the videos. I use a face cam on almost all of my older videos. So you can see that it is actually me. I stopped using a face cam because it just made it so much harder to edit the videos together. Because every time I had to cut something, my face cam would jitter around because I would be cutting and pasting different parts of the video. But if I'm just doing Minecraft, it's easy to cut and paste without the face cam. Also, nobody really cared about the face cam because they just want to find the tutorial. Nobody really needs to see me. So it just made it a lot easier to make videos and stuff. But yeah, the thumbnails are actually me. Let's see. Will you do an enchant guide with one anvil use? Well, I did do an enchant guide with one anvil use for the bow. For the sword, nothing actually changes except you just put the books together at the end and then put them on the sword instead of putting them on the sword one by one. It's going to cost a bunch more experience levels though. And the point of that sword video was to tell you how to do it with the least amount of levels possible. I could redo it, but there's really no difference except when you get those final books, instead of putting them on the sword, you would put them onto each other. And then you put it onto the sword after that. But I may redo it. I mean, I may just make an updated one just to say what you would do after you get to that point. But I'll have to see. I have a bunch of videos in store. I actually recorded a video about how to level your alchemy, specifically because you do it using enchanted sugarcane. So I figured it kind of makes sense since I just made a video about farming sugarcane. It only was fair if I also made a video about using the sugarcane to increase your alchemy level. Actually, yeah. Wait, actually, after I finish placing this, I'll show you my skills. In doing the video, I raised my alchemy level up a little bit. I didn't do too much leveling because I just wanted to show how to do it in the video. So I didn't like save up a ton of enchanted sugarcane. I just used 14 enchanted sugarcane, which is not that much. It only takes like a little bit of time to get that. But let me just show you my skills as soon as I finish placing this. All right, so I finished placing it. Check this out. So, oops, for those of you that like saw it, I think the other day, my alchemy level was 14, and in just a couple of minutes, I got it from 14 to 21 by just using the 14 sugarcane that I have, the 14 enchanted sugarcane that I had, and just putting them into the brewing stands. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the upcoming video that I have. I just have to post it. It'll probably go up either tomorrow or the next day. Hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. It depends. It depends how long it takes me to finish editing it. It's almost done, though. Let's see. Auto brewer tutorial? No, I'm not going to do that because that's so complicated that nobody really wants to do it. And but you never know. Maybe in the future I'll do that. I just find that it's not as necessary to do an auto brewer thing, and there's so many complications with it. But yeah, I might do it in the future. You never know. What was I doing? Oh, I got to give myself more sugarcane, so I'm gonna go over to, let's see, here we are. Do that, and then I'll do that. I'll fill up the rest of the thing there. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want to friend me, just send me a friend request. And oops, I didn't realize you guys sent it. Sorry about that. There we go. By the way, if I didn't see your friend request or whatever, feel free to send it again. I can't guarantee that I'm going to keep it because it gets a little bit crazy because I didn't realize that when I'm friends with a lot of people, there's no way to turn off this like leaving and joining messages. And so now my chat is just like constant leaving and joining messages. So I may, if there's not a way to turn that off, I may end up having to actually unfriend everybody. But we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to do that. At least not for a while. But I heard there is a mod, I think like toggle chat or something like that. So I may be able to just turn off the messages that way. So we'll see. But yeah, by the way, guys, I get a lot of messages in game. Don't worry about if you message me in game. Like a lot of times I don't reply. It's usually because I'm either farming or I'm AFK in an AFK pool or something, or I'm just like looking at something else at the time. So a lot of times I don't reply. So don't be offended. That's just how it is because I get a lot of messages. So most of the time I probably won't answer. Otherwise I would never be able to play the game because every 2 seconds I get a message from somebody. Let's see. By the way, if I skip your question in the chat, just ask it again. I might have just missed it. Will you consider doing a big cactus farm? Would be a good video too because of hyper furnaces. Maybe, although somebody already did. Somebody just released a video about a big cactus farm. So I don't know if I'm going to do it because it takes forever to build a big cactus farm. And by the time I get it done, everybody will have already seen the other guy's video anyway. The only thing is I don't think he explained how to build it. I think he just showed what it was. So I guess I could do a tutorial on how to build it, but we'll see. I have a feeling though that his farm is so big it's going to destroy the cactus market, and then no one's going to want to build a cactus farm anyway, because there's not that much demand for cactuses. And so if his farm produces as much as he says it does, he's going to destroy the market, and then there'll be no reason to have cactus farms anyway. I guess you could still sell to the NPC. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just going to do this. Let me go to the next question. They added another enchant called Thunderlord, which was not in your video. No, I purposely didn't put Thunderlord on the sword because it's not supposed to be good. I forgot why, but I remember reading that it wasn't. It was either pointless or it doesn't do anything. I forget, or it actually hurts. For whatever reason, I remember reading not to do it, so that's why I didn't put Thunderlord in there. Oh, sorry, I went too far back in the questions. Enderman said I gotta go. Oh, sorry if you're still here. Sorry, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Let's see what we got. Growtopia Road to 100 ELs coming anytime soon. Probably not anytime soon. Growtopia is kind of going downhill, and it's more that I'm just really into Hypixel Skyblock. If you play Growtopia, I would definitely recommend checking out Hypixel Skyblock because it's Minecraft. So it's as long as you have Minecraft, it's free, and it's basically like a 3D version of Growtopia. So I would definitely recommend checking it out. And there's a ton of players all the time, and it has leveling and skilling and dungeons and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Let me see. Oops. Let's see. Do you use a personal compactor when farming sugarcane? Yes, I do. So right now I have the personal compactor off. Well, I don't have it off, but I don't have the sugarcane in it. I don't think I can right-click it from here right now. I have to bring it down here. So if you look at the personal compactor basically makes it so that whenever you collect enough material to make the enchanted item that's in the compactor, it will automatically craft it. So if I put an enchanted sugar into here, then all these sugarcane will immediately turn into enchanted sugar. And as I farm more and more, they'll immediately compact. So it makes it awesome because you can just unlimitedly farm, and it takes forever to fill up your inventory with enchanted sugar. And then when it finally does, it only takes like 2 seconds to turn it into enchanted sugarcane. And then you can go right back to farming. If you didn't have that, like every row you'd have to stop and it would be super annoying. So the personal compactor makes it like so much easier to farm. So, and you don't need a 6,000. That's pretty expensive. You can just get a personal compactor 4,000 and put like one item in it if you want. But I just like to have the option of having all the stuff. Like I have it so it's always compacting diamonds because I always collect diamonds and stuff. It's always enchanting lapis lazuli because I always collect that for my minions. The jungle wood I can take out. That was when I was harvesting, trying to get up my foraging skill. I could take that out, but I'll leave it there for now. So I'm just gonna, to make space, I'm gonna just put it back into my accessory bag. Let's see. Viet Cong says, I finished 2 layers of cane in like 13 hours in 1 day. Nice. It is boring though, yeah, it takes a while. But the cool thing is once you're done, then you're done, and you can just farm it. So it's pretty cool. Because then the hard part's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore, which is pretty cool. Let's see, Buddy Pat, what's up? How's it going? Exhaust. That's a lot of large backpacks. Yeah, I have a lot of large backpacks in my ender chest. Because I found out that you can just right click, and I think that's pretty awesome. So I figured I might as well just make my ender chest like one massive backpack. The only thing is, like I said earlier, there are rumors that some people have like lost items in their backpack, like they've just lost a whole backpack. It's very rare and doesn't happen that often, but I have heard of it happening. So just to be safe, I have my expensive items on the top row of my regular ender chest because I don't want to lose those accidentally in a backpack. But all the other stuff, like sugarcane and stuff, I just have that sitting in these backpacks because then I can just quickly right click if I want to get to it, and then that opens it up. The only thing is you can't go back, at least as far as I know. The closest thing is just to go back here, go to the menu, and then go to there like that again. But it's not bad. It's still pretty fast. How many rows is required for a regrowing sugarcane farm? So I assume you mean like so that you can farm infinitely, because by the time you get to the top, it grows back at the beginning. Oh, thanks for the wait, let me move this over so I can see. Far away, thanks for the follow, or I mean, thanks for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it. By the way, guys, yeah, anybody that's new to the channel, it would be super awesome if you guys could hit that sub button. That way you can find out when I go live in the future, and you can also keep up to date and find out when I post any future guides and tutorials and stuff, or any other videos on Hypixel Skyblock. Also, even if you don't really care about that, just subscribing anyway just helps out my channel. So even if you don't even care about being notified, if you just want to sub anyway just to help me out, that's cool too. Appreciate it. Also, if you're already subbed and you want to just and you enjoy the stream, feel free to hit that like button. It helps out the stream because it lets YouTube know that people like the stream, so then the stream shows up higher in the search results, so more and more people will find the stream, which is cool. Let's see here. What's another question? AKA Gamer says, hello, thanks for the video on the pumpkin farm. It helped me make a lot of money on my server. I really like the model and just thank you. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that it helped. It's always cool to hear that my tutorials and stuff help people out. Let me see. Let's see. More questions. Yo, I just want to say, Bezvard says, yo, I just want to say that enchanting, oops, did I just skip a spot? Oh dear. I just want to say that enchanting video, where are we here? Yo, I just want to say that enchanting video helped me a lot. I sent this video to my friends and it helped us all. Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, anybody that wants to tell their friends about my videos, that's super cool. Definitely appreciated. Get the word out. That'd be great. Thanks a lot. Let's see. Buddy Pat says, I just joined the stream. Why is your island closed? Because I want to play sugarcane, and I don't want people getting in the way because it's super annoying if I try to place a sugarcane and I can't and I skip a spot because it takes forever to find out which hole I skipped, especially on the 3rd layer, because on the 3rd layer, I can only fly up to here. I can't fly any higher because there's dirt in the way. So I won't be able to see if I skip a hole. I'll have to go up and down each layer to see where I skipped. So it's just easier if I just lock my island up. Also, it wasn't really fair to other people because only 5 people can get on my island. And so if we have like 20 viewers, not everybody can join. So I figured it was just easier if everybody, if it was easier if everybody just used the YouTube chat. It's also easier for me because when people chat in the game, it's hard for me to look at the YouTube chat and the game chat. So it was just easier to close the island down. But I'll open it. I'll definitely open it after the stream so you guys can use it. That way you can use my teleports and just hang out and stuff. Let's see. Malkiel says, can't wait until you become big so I can tell my friends I'm friends with you. Nice. Well, hopefully I become big. That'd be cool. But thanks, I appreciate that. Let's see. Why not greater? Oh, why don't I have greater bags? Just because it was expensive. Eventually, I'm going to upgrade all these backpacks to greater. But, like, each large backpack costs, like, 170,000 coins to get. Or, no, maybe it was less. Maybe it was, like, 120,000 coins. But then, like, the greater, to make it just get one more row, costs, like, another 170,000 coins. So it was, like, twice as much just to get one more row. So I figured I'd rather fill up until I have every spot on my ender chest filled with large backpacks. I might as well just keep getting more large backpacks. And then eventually I'll start upgrading them all to greater backpacks. But I don't need to do that until I run out of space for the large backpacks. So that was the reason for that. Let's see. Does water make crops grow faster? Yes. Well, with sugarcane you have to have water. It won't even let you place it unless you have water. So every sugarcane has to be touching water. That's why the pattern goes sugarcane, water, sugarcane. Because every single sugarcane row has to touch a row of water. Pumpkin doesn't have to have water, but it does help it grow faster. Originally, people thought that it only helped the stems grow, and then once the stems grew, it didn't really matter. But apparently, somebody just did a test, and... ooh, wait a minute. See, I think I just skipped a spot. Now I gotta fly all the way up this thing and see if I skipped it. I don't know if I did or not. I may not have. Oh, see, I did. See. And if see, that's what would have happened like every 2 seconds if I opened my island. But I missed it even without anybody on my island. But yeah, so I knew I missed a spot because I always use 3 stacks of sugarcane. So that way I know when I get to the last stack, I should have 35 left. So if I have 35 left, I know that I didn't skip anything. If I don't have 35 left, then I double check to see I might have just double stacked or I might have skipped a spot. Let's see. Let me just look at the question some more here. Is there any reason that oh yeah, so anyways, with the pumpkin farms and water, yeah, so supposedly it does make the pumpkins grow faster, but it doesn't necessarily matter if you have enough layers anyway. Also, if you're not farming it every 2 seconds, you can just do something else and then come back to it a little bit later, even if it takes a little bit longer to grow back. It only matters if you want to have like an infinite farm, in which case you might have to build a couple more layers. But for sugarcane, you only have to build 3 layers. There's only one real way to build the sugarcane farm because you have to build the row of water in between each row. And supposedly a sugarcane farm, if you build 3 layers, you should be able to. It should regrow by the time you get to the 3rd layer. If we have time, and hopefully we do, I'm going to test it out today. We'll see because it may take a while to farm it. But if we have time, I'm going to test it out and see if it grows back before I get to the 3rd layer. But we'll see. Oops. It's got to go around here. Let me see here. More questions. So yeah, that answers. So yeah, that's the reason why you would want to build 3 layers of cane. The reason is so that you can farm it forever. If you don't plan on farming it for that long, it doesn't really matter anyway. But if you might farm for like 3 hours at a time, like say you're watching a movie and you want to farm while you're watching a movie or something like that, kind of on the side, then you would want 3 layers so that you can just keep going up the 3 layers and then start again. That's the only reason that you'd want it. Otherwise, you can just use 1 layer. You can farm it, then you can go do something else and then come back later. So you definitely don't need 3 layers. Let me see here. How much will you make an hour with the sugarcane farm? I'm not sure, but I think it's at least 1 million coins, even without a high level. But I'm hoping I can get over 2 million coins once I raise my farming level and I use an elephant. But we'll see what happens. Tricked says, hey, BGA, do canyons shop for frizzles of greater value than sugarcane? I'm not really sure what you're asking. Yeah, I don't know what frizzles is, sorry. SkyPro says, hey dude, says, hey, QWERTY. Oh, you're saying, say hey, QWERTY. Hey, QWERTY, how's it going? What's up? Quinn says, Summoner Eyes are good. Yeah, I've actually never, I've never farmed Summoner Eyes, or Summoning Eyes, because I've just never been that into battling, dragons. And then when I finally, like, got my sword and everything, people didn't do it as much, so I kind of stopped. There was so many other ways of making money that I just didn't bother. But yeah, I have heard that they're good. Let's see. Would I ever do a dungeon tutorial? Yes, eventually I will. But I have to do dungeons first so that I can kind of learn how to play it. I was waiting because I kind of want to... I was giving everybody else a chance to kind of play it so that people could learn it. And then I'll kind of learn from them, and then I can kind of make a tutorial. Because I still got to level up all my skills and stuff. That's kind of why I was waiting to do dungeons. I also wanted to make a money-making method, so that way that's why I was kind of doing the sugarcane farm. Because once the sugarcane farm is done, hopefully I'll be able to get at least $1 million an hour, and hopefully more, but we'll see. It also depends if the sugarcane market crashes. But even if it crashes, you can still sell to the NPC for, I think, 50,000 coins per enchanted sugarcane. I think it's something like that. So you'd still make a good amount of money, it's just not as much. Even if the market totally crashes. Let me see here. Are you going to make videos about money-making strategies? That's like all my videos, basically. But yeah, I'm going to continue to try to come up with more and more strategies. But yeah, making a sugarcane farm is a money-making strategy. That's like the main reason to make it. Also because you want to level your farming, but it's mainly because it's the best way of making... it's a really good way of making steady coin, like hour per hour, actively. Like, there's better ways of making it, like, if you're just AFKing and stuff like that, like, from your minions and that kind of thing. But, actively farming sugarcane gets you good coins. Let's see. If you have 4 farms, it won't matter. I assume you mean pumpkin farms. Yeah, I mean, it probably wouldn't matter because that's probably enough. I don't know. Actually, you might need more pumpkin farms to infinitely farm it. I'm not sure because it depends how slow it grows back. But it might be enough. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm just reading the questions. Are melon farms worth it? Not really. They used to be worth it because melon farms used to be the best way to make money. But at this point, they're not, like, pumpkins are the best for farming experience, and it used to be pumpkins were the best for farming experience, and melons were the best for money. But now sugarcane is the best for money, and pumpkins is the best for experience still. So there's really no point of building a melon farm. If you already have one, then it's good. I mean, it still can get you money, but sugarcane can get you more money. So there's really no point to farming melons when you can farm sugarcane. Melons were good because if you had a... Well, you know, all right, I take that back, actually. Melons are good when you're a beginner player because if your farming level is low, then you can get some money from farming melons. Because with melons, the trick is to farm them using Silk Touch. So you actually get 0 farming experience, but you get more money from the melons. It's not really recommended that much anymore because you always kind of want to be leveling your skills. It's kind of a waste to do something entirely for the money and not at all for skills. And with farming sugarcane, you get more money and you get experience with it too. So there's really no reason to just, unless you already built a melon farm, you might as well build a sugarcane farm or a pumpkin farm. But yeah, I would definitely recommend a sugarcane farm at this point. At least as of now, because it seems to be like the up-and-coming thing. Of course, to make the most money out of it, you got to have a decent farming level, so it will take a little bit of time to level, but it doesn't take that long. Cyber Dominic, how's it going? What's up? Reflacius says, have you gotten all the fairy souls? No, I have not. I actually only got like 22 of them or something. I was supposed to get all of them one day. I set aside a day to do it. And then they were broken for some reason that day. Like, you couldn't click them. Like, when you clicked them, it wouldn't actually register that you found it. So I couldn't do it that day, and then I never ended up going back to it. So I'm going to do it one of these days. Probably soon. I may even make a video, even though there's already plenty of videos about it. I might just make another one for myself, just to have one. But we'll see. But yeah, I definitely got to get them. I'm definitely going to get them soon. Let's see. Trying to read through questions. Why didn't you continue your BGL series? I'm not sure what BGL series means. I don't know if maybe you meant my Road to DL series. I stopped it because people weren't really watching it, and Growtopia was kind of going downhill. So I found Hypixel Skyblock, which is super awesome, and it's getting more and more popular every day. So I just wanted to play a game that I was actually into. Let's see. At the end of the stream, can you farm it? Yeah, that's actually my plan. My plan is to finish this and then farm it. The only thing is, it may take longer than I thought to place this. If I don't place it fast enough, I'm probably going to stop because I do want to edit and post my alchemy skill video tomorrow. So I might have to edit that tonight. So depending on how long it takes to place this, I might not have time to farm it. But I'm going to try to farm this thing and test it out and see if it'll regrow when I get to the 3rd layer. It should, supposedly, but I'm going to test it just to make sure. Avatar, what's up? How's it going? Oh, Dark Auction's coming up in 4 minutes. Nice, nice. Let's see. I know I skipped a bunch of questions. Sorry, it went up higher in the chat. I'm going to try to I'll try to look up there and see. Sorry, I'm like trying to place, and I don't want to like accidentally skip spots while I'm looking at the questions. Let me just finish this row, and then I'll look at the questions really quick here. So, all right, I'm finished with this row. Oh, let's see what we got here. Let's see, I answered that one. I finished my sugarcane farm, thinking about starting another. Should I go for potato for money or pumpkin to get higher levels? I don't know. I've seen people have potato farms. I know that now you can do it with the replenish reforge, because you can put that on your diamond hoe, and then you can replant the potatoes automatically, which makes it easier to have a farm. But I don't know how much money it makes. I have seen people do it. You could do pumpkins. Pumpkin farm takes a while to make. Well, really any farm takes a while to make because you got to place the dirt. But you could do. You could probably do either. I would look it up a little bit more and see. Let's see. I'm reading the questions to see what people are saying. Let's see. I plant sugarcane vertically and you plant it horizontally. Interesting. Oh, you mean like you go back like this? I guess it doesn't really make a difference. Because I find that you have to go at like the slowest speed or you'll skip a spot. I found anytime if I went any faster than the minimum speed, I end up skipping spots every once in a while, and I just didn't want to have to keep going back every 2 seconds. So I just set myself on the slowest speed. My speed right now is 113, which is my default base speed. That way I'd rather just not miss any spots. You can probably go like a little bit faster and still not miss any spots while you're placing. But I just didn't want to deal with that. So I figured better play it safe and plant everything and not miss it. Because once it's planted, if I don't miss spots, I never have to plant it ever again. Because I'll never break it. Especially because I farm sideways. So it's almost impossible for me to hit the bottom layer of the sugarcane. So I'll never actually have to replant it. Oh, potato farm is the slowest farm to make. Oh, interesting. So then I guess I would only do it if you think it's going to make you some money. Or if you just want your potato collection, if you want to be like Technoblade and get your potato collection up super high, then otherwise I don't know if it's worth it or not. Let's see, what other questions do we got here? Could you tour your base sometime? Half-hand, how's it going? What's up? Yeah, I'll definitely do that. What's up? How's it going there? I can't read your name, but what's up? Teasum, what's up? How's it going? How are you guys doing? So hopefully we can finish this. Yeah, if I don't tour my base today, I'll definitely do it. I'll definitely do it soon. I'll try to do it actually at the end of the stream if I remember, or once I finish placing this stuff. But yeah, I basically, at the top of my base, I have a city, which is, right now it's pretty empty. I just have my portals and my party room. But I have 24 total plots available to build stuff in. And then that doesn't count the middle, which is actually really big and has even more space to build in. So there's really 25 areas to build in. And my plan is to eventually like fill in every single spot with something cool so that people have like a reason to like hang out in my island and just like kind of like walk around and like hang out. That would be more like if I got YouTuber rank. If I got YouTube rank, then I would get, you could have 15 people come on your island at the same time. So it would be it would make it worth it to build a ton of stuff on my island, because then people would have a reason to like hang out and stuff. But otherwise, like right now, only 5 people can come to my island. Well, right now it's locked, but even if it wasn't locked, only 5 people can come to my island. So like, it's hard to really make it worth like building like a million things when only 5 people can hang out at the same time. I'm hoping maybe Hypixel will just raise the requirements for everybody. Like they can still make it like higher for MVP++ and MVP Plus and all that stuff if they want. But if everybody goes up, like so, like for instance, YouTuber could get raised to like 40 people on an island, for instance. And then like MVP++ could be like 20 people, or maybe not that high, but you know what I mean? Like, assuming their servers can handle it. Because I think like having like 3 people on your island and like 5 people on your island is just like not that much. Especially like MVP++. If you're paying like $8 a month or whatever, you should be able to get more than 7 people on your island. Like if you're paying $8 a month, you should be able to have 15 people on your island. Like if they want to raise the amount that YouTubers can have, they could do that too. But I think it would, like, I would easily pay $8 a month if they were like, oh yeah, you can have 20 people on your island if you pay $8 a month. But like, you pay $8 a month and you only get 2 more people on your island. Like I don't really see that being worth it. I mean, you could do it just to support the game, but as far as like getting benefits, I don't really see it worth it unless you really want your rune crafting experience to go up faster, or your carpentry. But otherwise, it's like MVP Plus seems fine. Like they really got to add more benefits to MVP Plus if they want people to subscribe. Yeah, but no, it's a great game. I just felt yeah. I just feel like it'd be cooler if there could be more people on your island. Let me see here. Oh, you'd make it for hot potato books. That makes sense. You'd make a potato farm for hot potato books, right? Yeah, they do sell for a lot. I remember they used to sell for like I bought my hot potato farm books. I mean, my hot potato books for like 20,000 coins each, I think, or maybe not. Maybe it was like 40,000 coins each, but it was like pretty cheap. It was definitely like, it was definitely not 100,000 coins each or whatever they sell for now. So yeah. Let me see here. Location Mooncraft says, you are my favorite Hypixel YouTuber, and thank you for making videos about farms. Oh, you're welcome, and thanks for being a fan. I appreciate it. I'm glad that people enjoy my videos. I like to make videos that are useful. I am trying to make like entertaining videos too, but those are a little harder to make until I get a lot more subscribers, because the random like story videos and stuff, and just like island tour and stuff like that, those kind of videos, they don't really come up in the search results. So if I make those videos, nobody ever really watches them except for the people I already have subscribing. So I kind of got to wait till I get a little more subscribers before I start making other kind of videos, like Technoblade style videos and stuff like that, that are just like the Great Potato War and that kind of thing. Like those videos are cool, but they're not going to come up in a search result. They're only going to come up if you already have like 1 million subscribers to watch them. So, or like 30,000 subscribers or something like that. But the tutorial guides, those come up because everybody searches for like how to make a sugarcane farm and how to make a pumpkin farm and how to make money and that kind of stuff. So that's also what I would advise new YouTubers to do as well. If you're like just starting YouTube, it's always good to make a video that people search for, because if you make like a creative video, sometimes you'll get lucky and people will find out about it and they'll pass it along to everybody. But a lot of times what ends up happening is like nobody finds it, because if you don't have subscribers yet because you just started YouTube, the only way people can find your video is if it comes up in the search results. And a creative video that doesn't really have a tutorial or a guide or whatever isn't going to come up in the search results. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's why it's always better to start out when you first start doing YouTube with like guides and tutorials and that kind of thing, because you'll at least get some views from people that like search for that kind of stuff. Hopefully that made sense. Let's see. You have to get YouTube rank. Oh yeah, I know, that would be cool. I mean, I'm definitely a little bit far away from it, but we are increasing at a decent rate. I'm hoping if I start making videos again, because I unfortunately I kind of took like an 8-month break from making videos. I just started again this like a couple weeks ago, or well, I started a month ago, but then I waited a couple weeks. Now I'm gonna try to make like at least one video a week, possibly even like one video, like maybe even 2 videos a week. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'll have time, but I'm gonna try. And then I'm gonna try to go live more often as well. So I'm gonna try to do that. But so hopefully that'll help get me some subscribers. By the way, guys, if you're new, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I know a lot of you guys are already subscribed, but it definitely helps out my channel and lets you guys know when I go live in the future if you hit that sub button. Let's see. Unfortunately, it was also late when I started the stream tonight, and it's tough. A lot of people like to watch earlier streams. But let's see. Let's keep on looking at the questions. It would be good to like give 24-hour perms to a friend or something. Yeah, that would be cool to be able to do that. Like not actually have a co-op, but just like let somebody like build on your island, just to like, you know, have them do whatever. I don't think you can do that. I didn't even look into that ever, because I always kind of work solo anyway. But that would be kind of cool. What I think would be cool is if like you could like take a plot on your island and be like, okay, I'm assigning these 24 by 24 area plot. Like I'm assigning this to like this person, and then that person can build only in that one 24 by 24 spot. Because that would be cool. Because then you can like assign lots, like plots and stuff in your city to people and like see what they build, and you don't have to worry about them like wrecking your island, because like if they decide to troll you, it's only this small area that they were able to build in. They can't just like go around breaking all your island and like taking stuff out of your chests and stuff. So that would be kind of cool. I don't know how they'd implement that. It would probably be a little tough to do, so I doubt they're gonna ever do it. But you never know. I mean, it would be kind of interesting. It would also be cool if they did something sort of like housing. Like, you know how Hypixel Housing has voting and you can vote on people's houses? It'd be cool if they did that in Skyblock, where like you could vote on people's islands, like how cool the island is. Because there's a lot of like really cool islands that I have no idea how to find them, besides like Googling and finding out like who. Oh hey, Sportal Turtle, how's it going? Thanks for the sub, appreciate it. Yeah, there's like I've seen like some pretty cool people's islands, but there's no way to know besides them like telling you to go there. It'd be cool if like there was just like a ranking list where people could vote. Yacht YouTube, how's it going? And thank you for the sub, appreciate it. By the way, guys, I know a lot of you guys subbed and it doesn't show up on the alert box. That's because YouTube, unlike Twitch, when you sub on YouTube, it doesn't always show up, because if your channel doesn't show public subscriptions, then it also won't tell me if you sub. So I won't actually know that you hit the sub button. But that's totally cool. But thank you for subscribing anyway, even if it doesn't actually show you in the alert box. And so let's see. I'm looking at more questions here. I don't understand how you haven't gotten enough subs for YouTube rank. Like, you actually make helpful videos when other YouTube ranks just make a ton of videos that make no sense. Yeah, well, thank you. Oh, thanks for the sub, Austin. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, very cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There are definitely people that make a lot of good videos. I think my problem was I stopped making videos for like 8 months. I really shouldn't have stopped. I was kind of in a groove, and then I kind of stopped. I mean, it was because I was getting really busy at work. And then, of course, the pandemic happened, and I was working a lot then. Most people were home, but I was still actually going into work every day. Be Me Quellen, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. And welcome to the stream. 1 second, I just have to approve that message. It actually blocked it. YJC just said hello, and it blocked it because I guess it thought hello was a bad word. Um, yeah. Hi, I have like 52 subs and I've been trying to grow, but I just can't. Have any tips? Yeah, my tip is what I said earlier in the stream which is basically you want to make videos that people will search for, because people aren't going to just find your video magically. Like, so if you make some creative video about like your adventures or something, it could be like the best video ever, but it's never going to come up in anybody's stream. I mean, in anybody's search results. It's only going to come up if they're subscribed to you. So if you don't have any subscribers, you want to make videos that will come up in people's search results. So you want to make like how to level good, how to make money, stuff like that. I mean, you probably want to make it a little bit more specific, because if it's too general, like how to make money, it's still not going to come up in search results because there's a ton of videos already about how to make money. So you want to make like how to make money using a pumpkin farm, how to make money using a sugarcane farm, how to make money using a drop farm, like different things like that. Like, you want it to be specific, because then there'll still be other videos that come up, but at least your video will also come up. And that's my advice on that. Let's see. Other questions. Are you ever going to do dungeons on stream? Yeah, eventually I am. I just really wanted to get this sugarcane farm done. And since I was going to do it anyway, like, I was going to spend tonight building the rest of the sugarcane farm anyway, so I figured I might as well stream. But yeah, I do eventually want to do dungeons, just not this stream. Because by the time I finish this, I then want to try to farm it if I have time. I may not have time, though. I don't want to get your hopes up. Not that anybody really wanted to see me farm anyway, but I just want to make sure I at least get it built. Let's see. Looking at more questions. More questions. BaldGuyAce, your next project should be level 50 skills. I mean, it will be a while. Yeah. That is something that I mean, I don't know if I want to make the goal level 50 skills, because that will take a while. But yeah, I mean, I do want to do like a series. I don't know if it'd be like an actual series or what it would be, like sort of like a solo series, but mid-game, because I don't want to restart a character, because I don't really play enough to restart a whole character. Like, I'd rather just keep concentrating on this character, but maybe call it like a solo mid-game series where I'm already not accepting donations anyway, because I'm afraid of it accidentally accepting like something that somebody duped and then getting banned for it or something like that. So I'm not accepting donations anyway, but it would be sort of like a mid-game series, since I already have a bunch of skills and I already have a bunch of minion slots and stuff, but I still have a long way to go. So there would still be a lot of content, because there'd be different things that I could do. Let's see. I'm just going to finish placing this. 1 second here. There we go. Okay. Let me see more questions here. Your tutorial was super helpful. Oh, your sugarcane farm helped me a lot. I already have an AOTD. Thank you so much. Your tutorial was super helpful. Oh, awesome. Oh, did the sugarcane farm you built help you get enough money to get an AOTD? Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that it helped out. What are the benefits of being a YouTuber? I don't know. I think there's like different things, like you can hide your nickname, and well, actually, no, you could. That wouldn't matter anyway, because if you're not a YouTuber, you wouldn't need to hide your nickname anyway. But the main benefit on Skyblock is that you can have 15 people on your island at a time, which would be cool for doing live streams, because then I could open my island and 1 million people could come. The only reason I have it closed right now, well, the main reason I have it closed is because I'm farming. I'm placing the sugarcane. I don't want to accidentally have people running by while I'm placing. Also, I only can have 5 people on my island right now because I'm MVP plus, and it wouldn't really be fair to the other people watching if there's only 5 people here the whole time. I mean, once I get YouTube rank, I mean, eventually, if I ever get it, then I'd probably open it, even though it still only has like 15 people. But I'd also probably open it even if I'm not farming, because then it doesn't matter as much if there's people hanging out. Let's see. Let's see, questions. Gabriel says, hey man, love your vids. Thank you so much for how to enchant a bow video. It saved me. Oh, nice. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, so I originally made that how to enchant your sword video, and everybody liked that. So and people had always commented, like I got a lot of comments that were like, can you please make a bow video? But I had stopped playing at the time, so I just never ended up getting around to making one. And so then when I started playing again, I was like, the first thing I did, I was like, you know what? I really should make, oh, sorry, I got a cough. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, like I was like, you know what? I should make a bow enchanting video since everybody's been asking for one. So I'm glad that you liked it. Unfortunately, because it was like one of the first things I posted in like 8 months, it didn't get as many views because YouTube didn't really push it since it took a while for me, since I hadn't made a video in so long. But I'm hoping that like long term, people will eventually find it. That's what happened actually with the sword video. When I first made it, it didn't get that many views. And then over time, people just found it because they were like, oh, this is a really good video. It's exactly what I want to do to enchant my sword. And then over time, it got popular. So hopefully the same thing will happen with the bow. Same thing with the sugarcane farm video. That one's getting more views, actually. But I'm hoping it like catches on and people realize, oh yeah, this is a really good way to build a sugarcane farm, and then they watch it. Let's see. Oops. Let's see. Fairy souls, like what? I only have like 20. Yeah, I only got like 20. I don't know if you heard earlier. Yeah, I only got like 22 fairy souls, but eventually I am going to collect the rest of them. Kid Lightspeed says, to be honest, I don't want to see you farm, but what I'm looking for is how much enchanted sugarcane you get. Yeah, that's what I'm definitely gonna test. As soon as we finish this, hopefully I haven't looked at how much more we got to go here. Oh, we're almost done. Oh, you know, unless I can't see, it looks like we're almost done. So that will be good because then I'll have time to farm and we can test this thing out. So that would be very good. So let me just go ahead and keep placing this. Hopefully I only have a couple more rows. Hey, what's up, man? Dragon Hands, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming by. By the way, dude, your song video was like amazing. I was like, what? The music video? That was like the best thing ever. I was like, what? Hypixel should have used that as like their official like dungeon hype music. It was pretty cool. I liked how all the people were like running around you and stuff. It was pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah, I decided to start going live again, and making videos again, because I figured I had stopped playing because I kind of got busy with work and stuff. But then I kind of hopped on the server again, and I saw that they made a lot of like really good changes, like especially like quality of life stuff. Like they got the sack of sacks, and like the accessory bag is huge. The ender chest, you can right click on these backpacks and all this stuff. And let's see, oh, they got pets and everything. Like I had left like a long time ago, so I kind of didn't know about all that stuff. So yeah, it was oops, oh, I missed somebody's friend request. Sorry, you can send that again if I missed it. Let's see. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to try to keep streaming. I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try to do it definitely more often than I have in the past. Especially now because it's a little bit easier for me to set it up. Originally, I wasn't sure how to do it because I didn't want to like stream all the time and clog up all my videos with my live streams. But then I figured out what everybody seems to be doing is like streaming and then unlisting the video afterwards, but still just putting it into a playlist. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So I'll be able to stream more often. Let me look at the chat here. I still got to get used to like looking at the chat while I'm doing this stuff, while I'm like placing stuff. Oh, why is he not a mod? Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. There we go. Now he's a mod. Let's see. What was I gonna say? The enchanting video is very good. Keep it up. Thanks, Spork Spoon. Appreciate it. Glitch says, how long did it take you to make the sugarcane farm? It does take a while. I mean, this is my third layer of farm, and it did take me. I mean, it's hard to tell because I did it a lot, like when I was like watching TV and stuff. So like I wasn't going like full blast. I was kind of like watching TV and then stopping for a second and then starting again. But it definitely takes like at least like 5 hours to do like one farm. It might take longer than that. It might be like 8 hours to do like one layer. But it's hard to tell because I definitely was stopping and starting and everything like that. So yeah, I don't know exactly. Sorry, I'm like trying to concentrate on placing so I don't skip spots, but I'm also trying to like look at the chat. Let me see here. Banning everyone. Let's see. 6 hours. Oh yeah, it probably took around 6 hours, I guess I'd say. Let's see. I think I answered everybody's questions so far in the chat, but if there's any more questions, feel free to ask again. I'm still kind of getting used to looking at the chat while I do this thing. So yeah, feel free to ask again if I skip your question by accident. Supporting character, how's it going? What is up? Welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, if you're new to the stream, I know a bunch of you guys are already subbed, but if you haven't already subbed, it would be super cool if you could hit that subscribe button. That way you can find out when I go live again in the future. So yeah, that'd be super cool. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, feel free to hit that like button. That's also cool as well. But continue to ask your questions in the chat, and I will try to answer you. Although last stream I did, you guys actually taught me more than I taught you. I actually didn't know. So last stream I didn't actually know that. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to place that like that. Oh, that's fine. Last stream I didn't realize that you can right-click the backpacks in your ender chest. So somebody told me that, and I was like, that's amazing, because I was always taking the backpacks out of my ender chest, putting them in my inventory, and then right-clicking them. And that like adds a whole new element to it. But now that I can just leave them in my ender chest forever, I could just fill my whole ender chest up with backpacks and then just fill those up. Except for my valuable stuff, because I keep hearing about people losing their stuff in backpacks. So my valuable stuff I have in the row up here. But otherwise, I can keep like sugarcane and stuff like that in the backpacks, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Yo, Ace, how much money can one level of sugar get you? I'm not positive on that. I believe it was like 250,000 if you just have like, it really depends on like your farming level and whether you have an elephant or not. But it usually will get you like at least like 250,000. Because it takes like 15 minutes to do one level of sugarcane farm. But I'm not positive. That's actually one of the things we want to check today. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to farm a layer of sugarcane. I'm actually going to try to farm all 3 layers and see if it grows back. It's supposed to grow back by the time you reach the 3rd layer, which would allow me to infinitely farm. You know about the personal compactor, right? Yes, actually, yeah, that I did know about before the stream. That was actually one of the main reasons I came back, because my magma farm, which had like 1 million chests and everything, I had literally like every type of item in those chests, and it would have took me literally forever to collect them all, because I would have had to compact like everything. So I just, but then when I found out about the personal compactor, I got a personal compactor 6,000 right away, and I put a whole bunch of items in it, like the skeleton bone or whatever I happen to want to. Oops, I missed somebody's friend request again. Feel free to send it again. I still don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this, because I feel like by adding everybody, now my chat is just constant, like people leaving and joining and everything. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna do that for, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, no, I love the personal compactor. Yeah, so that was like one of the reasons I came back, because I was like, this is like totally cool that like I like that Hypixel, like that the developers kept making it easier and easier to play the game. I mean, not easier to play the game, but they made it more convenient, like more quality of life changes. Oh, you did? So you added everybody too. Okay, cool. It's good to know I'm not the only one doing that, because I wasn't sure if that's like something you're not supposed to do, because it doesn't work, or it messes up the game or something. So that's good. That's good to know that you maxed out. Okay. Yeah, then I'll probably do that too. There is like a mod, right? Like I think you can do like toggle chat. I don't know if that's officially allowed or not, but I heard that gets it so you can get rid of the join and leave messages, right? Because that's like the main thing that I'm trying to get rid of, is all these join and leave messages, like every time that somebody joins and leaves. Let's see. Oh, it should be fine with that mod. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll look into that later then. Quick question: how many layers of pumpkin do you need to infinitely farm? Is it 3 or 4? I'm pretty sure it's definitely more than 3 because pumpkin takes longer than sugarcane to regrow. Dragon, feel free to correct me about that. I'm not exactly sure how much it takes. I think it also depends like how you build the pumpkin farm, because somebody posted on the forums just the other day that they did some study that like water actually does help pumpkins grow faster every time. Like originally people thought that it didn't, but they claim that it does. I'm not sure if that's true or not because I didn't test it myself. But if it is, then then it might grow back differently for different people depending on how they built their farm. So you may need like 4 layers, you may need 5 layers, I'm not sure. But it does take longer than sugarcane to grow. I have heard that. It's a vanilla thing. Oh, so yeah, so unless Hypixel changed it and made it so that they don't depend on water, then it would grow back faster with water. Yeah, because I heard that somebody said they put water between every single row, and even though that lets you put less rows, it grew back like 40% faster or something like that. Oh, it's been tested. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to rebuild my farm though because I do still have some water. So it still grows back kind of fast, I guess. I guess it wouldn't grow back the ultimate speed though. But I also only have 1 layer anyway, so it wouldn't even matter because I would need a whole bunch of layers to infinitely farm. But I'm happy with infinitely farming sugarcane. Let's see. From experience, 1 layer of sugarcane gives 4 enchanted sugarcane roughly and takes 16 minutes to harvest. That's good to know. That makes sense because I have heard that it takes 15 minutes to harvest, so 16 minutes makes sense. And 4 enchanted sugarcane, that probably makes sense as well. Of course, it makes a big difference or it makes some of a difference at least whether you're using an elephant and how high your farming level is, because that makes a difference of how many drops you're gonna get. Let's see. I'm just looking at more questions. The most efficient way to place water is to replace every 8th pumpkin seed with water. Yes, well that was that's how I built my design, but now I'm reading stuff about if you place the water in between like every 4 pumpkin seeds basically, that or really every 2, I guess. Like basically you'd be placing it so that every row of pumpkins, like this is a row, like if you consider this 1 row of sugarcane, it would be the same as this basically, except you would do it with pumpkins. So you'd place like water, then pumpkin stems, then the row for the pumpkins, then the pumpkin stems, and then the water. So yeah, I think that's the same thing as what you were, or probably kind of the same thing as what you were saying. Will you be streaming for an hour? In an hour? Possibly. I'm not sure because I do want to, well, it depends how long it takes me to farm. Once I finish this, I kind of want to farm a couple layers and see. But I do want to end it because at some point because I want to edit my alchemy video so that I can post that later. Not tonight, actually. I'm going to post it tomorrow, hopefully. Let's see. But yeah, how much longer are you going to stream for? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I'm probably going to stream an hour longer, but we'll see. We'll see how it's going. You have more, but without water, you have more rows of pumpkins, though. That is true, yeah. So it really depends. Although supposedly, though, without the water, it takes a long time to grow back. So even though you get rid of some of the rows of pumpkins, so it really depends if you're trying to infinitely farm it or if you're just trying to farm it once. If you're just going to farm it once and then not come back for a while, then you probably just want to build it without any water. You can farm it once, then even though it takes a long time to grow back, it doesn't really matter because you only want to farm it once anyway. Let's see. Supporting character says, your pumpkin farm. Hey, JSB, SV, I can't really pronounce your name, but thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Let's see. What was I reading? Oh, your pumpkin farm, magma farm tutorial, and bow/sword videos have helped me a lot. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad that they have helped. Yeah, it's I'm It's always cool to hear that like my tutorials are helping people play the game. It's cool when like somebody says like somebody's like super rich in the game now and they're like, oh, your tutorial really helped me out when I was like a brand new player and I didn't know how to play and stuff. So it's kind of cool. But what's good is hopefully like a lot of my tutorials help even people that are experienced in the game. Let's see. Well, I don't have a farm. Oops, sorry. A real good player says, well, I don't have a farm. Oh, I don't farm that much as I'm farming 20 and I have a sizable pool of cash. Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. 8Dog says, all of your tutorials helped me. I'm sure all of us can agree. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad that it's helped out. Let me just finish this row here. Are we almost done here? Oh, look at that. We are done. We are done. Oh, look at that. Look at that. All 3 layers of sugarcane are now placed. All 3 layers. We are done. Dun, 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 dun. So now I should be able to farm infinitely. I can now infinitely farm sugarcane, supposedly. But we'll see. So the only thing, I already added this to the farm, but what I did at the end here is I built a portal at the end, or a teleport at the end, and the teleport warps you right back to the beginning. So supposedly, if I go through this whole thing, it should take me about 45 minutes, and then at the end of it, when I'm done, the beginning over here should regrow. So if I'm just like if I'm hanging out or whatever, watching a movie or something, and I want to like play this while I'm watching, like I should be able to farm this for like hours and it should just continuously go. I don't know if I would actually do that, but it's kind of cool that if I wanted to, I could. I probably would get bored and not actually do it, which is kind of funny, which is kind of ironic since I built this whole thing. But yeah, thanks guys, appreciate it. And thanks a lot for watching this whole thing, guys. So what I want to do is I want to now farm this thing, and I want to see how much. I'm just going to put this up here. I'm going to put this in this backpack, so that way we're starting totally from scratch. I'm going to now take, because we want to measure how much we're going to make, and also how and whether, and so in addition to whether the farm actually regrows or not at the end, what I also want to check is just how much you make from farming this farm in general. Now it's going to be different for everybody. I'll show you guys my farming skill in just a second here. What I want to do first, so I want to take 1 enchanted sugar out of there. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, so this is what I want to do, just so we're totally measuring this properly and we don't accidentally measure the wrong amount. So I'm going to give myself 1 enchanted sugar here. So anything in this chest, I'm not going to count toward like how much I made. So I put this here. I'm going to put it in the corner out of the way here. I'm not going to count this because I already had this in my inventory. And the reason I took this 1 enchanted sugar out is because I'm going to put it into the personal compactor 6000. So now when I farm, all of the sugarcane that I get will turn into enchanted sugarcane automatically. And now that I have it to make room, I'm going to put this back into my accessories bag. So the only thing I need in my inventory is my diamond hoe with harvesting 5 and telekinesis 1. So now I'm all set. I'm ready to farm. Oh, you know, actually what I want to do is I want to take my rabbit out. I could take an elephant out. If I took my elephant out, I'd make more money. But what I want to do is I have the 25% experience share thing on the elephant. So it's going to level up slowly when I use my rabbit anyway. But I want to use my rabbit because I really want to get my farming level up. And that gives me 30% extra farming experience. So I spawn my rabbit. I now want to get my speed to the optimal speed. So if I wear this, I found that it should get my speed to 173. And 178 is the optimal speed to farm sugarcane sideways. And so that's the best way you can do it without breaking. So I'm pretty close to 178. So we're just going to go with it. You don't want to go over, because if you go over, it might look like you can farm the cane, but the server can't actually register that you farmed it. So then the stuff ends up getting not broken, and it gets all messed up. So you don't want to go too fast. But that's for farming sideways. Before I start it, let me just answer your questions. How far are you in dungeons? I actually haven't. I only did dungeons once. But I am going to try to do it I am going to definitely start doing dungeons once I get my skills up a little bit. It was pretty fun when I did it. I just wanted to get my skills up first. I'm farming cane for alchemy 50 currently. Is it worth farming beyond the required amount of sugarcane? In other words, is it worth farming just for the sake of farming? Well, it's worth farming to get your level up, and it is worth farming for getting your alchemy up. I mean, it's worth farming to get your farming level up and to get your alchemy level up. So once those are both level 50, it's still worth farming. But what you would want to do at that time is you'd want to equip an elephant. And you'd want that elephant to be a legendary elephant level 100, ideally. I mean, it doesn't matter what it's at, but you want it to eventually get to 100. Because that will give you, I believe it maxes out at 25% chance of double drops. And the double drops that you get are on top of the already double drops or triple drops that you might get. So if you have farming 50, you're going to get triple drops on every single drop. And every single time that the elephant triggers, you're going to get double drops of the triple drops. So you're really getting sextuple drops, which is 6 times the drops every single time that the elephant triggers. So that's actually like really huge. So that helps get you a lot of money. So you should be able to get like a decent amount of money every hour, like 2 or 3 million coins every hour, at least 2 million coins every hour. I haven't calculated it yet, so I don't know how many exactly, but at farming 50, yeah, you'd probably get like 3 million coins an hour, but who knows for sure. So I have my rabbit out. Why do I only have 500 HP? Because I'm wearing stuff to maximize my speed. I don't really care about my HP right now, so I'm not wearing my pure dragon armor. I'm wearing just random young, a couple pieces of young, because I don't want to go over 173 speed. Well, I don't want to go over 178 speed, and 173 is as high as I can get without going over. So that's what I'm at. So, okay, so what we're doing here is we're going to farm. I'm going to try to farm all 3 layers and see if this grows back by the time I'm done. But at the end of 1 layer, I'm going to stop and see how much sugarcane we actually got. So that way we can kind of, you guys can calculate how much money we'd get, or I mean, we could all calculate how much money we'd get from it. So, we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to start this. While I do it, I'm going to try to answer your questions. It may be a little tough, so if I miss what you're saying or something, just you can just ask it again. But we'll see. So all right, should we start like a timer or something? I'm going to start like a stopwatch thing. Oops, second. Oops, my phone just. Let's go to my stopwatch on my phone. All right, I'm going to start it. Of course, this isn't going to be exact because I'm going to stop to answer questions and stuff, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to start farming my 3 layers of sugarcane, and I'm going to start, and by the way, it's 10:36 right now, but I'm going to start a stopwatch also. And we're going to start, I have the rabbit pet out, I have the optimal speed, and my diamond hoe, and we're going to start farming. I have my personal compactor, and we're going to start farming right now. All right, I started the stopwatch. As you see, I am getting about 3.1 experience per sugarcane broken, and I'm breaking, it doesn't show it, but I'm breaking 2 at once every time I go through this thing. So every time I do this, I'm breaking a row, but the row, it has 2 blocks worth of sugarcane in it. Well, oh no, so I'm actually breaking 4 at once because there's sugarcane goes 2 blocks high. So as you see, I'm breaking, oops, I just skipped a little bit, I think there by, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm moving my mouse as you move, because if you stop moving your mouse, then the game will eventually stop giving you experience, because it does it to protect, it makes it so that people aren't cheating basically, because some people will they'll like, there's like weird things, I don't think you can do it anymore, you'll get banned now immediately, but some people would like unplug their mouse and do all these weird things to like make it so that your character would automatically move on its own while you're not there, and of course you can't do that, that's bannable. But in addition to being bannable, they figured they would just make it so that you wouldn't get experience even if they couldn't catch you. So basically what it is so if you don't move your mouse now, it'll stop giving you experience. So even though I'm legitimately doing this, and I don't have to move my mouse to make it work, it would stop giving me experience. So I have to move my mouse to get the experience. Even though I'm not cheating by not moving my mouse, I still have to do it just to make sure I get myself experience. So, yeah. But as you see, because I have the personal compactor, I haven't had to stop at all, and I won't have to stop for this entire layer. Because I'm making enchanted sugarcane. And if I didn't have it, my inventory would fill up like every other row. Maybe even more than that. It might even fill up like every row depending on how many drops I get. And so it's so much of a help to have a personal compactor. Of course, that also made the prices drop like a ton because it's way easier for people to farm, but that's okay. The extra convenience, I think, is worth it. It also helps get my farming level up without me having to stop every 2 seconds and like recompress. Like that was like the main reason why I didn't like pumpkin farming, because every like couple of seconds or every minute or whatever, I'd have to stop because my inventory would fill up with pumpkins and I'd have to compress them all and then I would start again. It was so annoying. The personal compactor is just like a game changer, really, with how amazing it is. Oops, I missed that. Oops, I gotta like keep going. See, like every time I stop like that, that makes it so it takes like way longer, but it's all right. We're not doing like an exact thing. I'm just kind of casually trying to do it. Let's see. While you start farming, I finished my gigantic potato farm. Oh, congratulations. Congrats on finishing your potato farm. That's like super cool. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I just broke that, but I didn't. I thought I broke the first layer. Then I would have had to replant. I thought that if you only harvested the bottom sugarcane, the double/triple drop does not count for the top layer of the sugarcane. I don't know though. I'm probably wrong. That might be correct actually. You know, I'm not actually sure. That's certainly possible that it doesn't count for the top, but it still counts for something, so you're still getting a bonus. But yeah, you might be right that it doesn't count for the top. I'm not sure how they calculate it. That's probably true actually, because the diamond hoe is only touching the bottom, so that might be the only thing that counts. But it's okay. Oh, you know what I didn't do that I wanted to do? Before I started, I wanted to look at what my farming level was. Somebody probably saw how much experience we had though. We probably didn't have much. It was probably like 400 and something thousand. So we'll see. We can check when I get to the next layer if we keep going. When I get to the next layer of sugarcane, we can actually check and we can see what level I'm at, so that we can see how much one layer gives skill-wise. Although skill experience is always going to be the same, I believe, no matter whether or not you get double drops or not. So all you have to do is calculate what you would get from the rabbit and then how many crops you have on the row, and that would tell you exactly what you would get every single time, I believe. I don't think you get more skill experience if you get double drops. Because if that was true, you might as well just use the elephant. You don't need the rabbit because you get the extra experience from the elephant. So I don't think it works. I don't think you get extra experience from the double drops, but I could be wrong on that. I'm not positive. Let's see. They changed the way replenish works? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, someone just said oh, 8dog says sorry, I'm trying to read the chat while I do this, and I don't want to like miss the crops. That's why it's like hard for me to read the chat at the same time. 1 second. 8dog said they fixed it. Oh, so that it does give the triple drops now, supposedly. For the sugarcane, I guess. Oh, I see. They changed that when they added replenish. Oh, got it. They didn't change replenish. They changed it when they added it. Got it. That's cool. Yeah, it's to counter AFK cheaters. That's why you have to move your mouse to harvest. Well, you don't have to move your mouse to harvest. You'll still harvest the stuff by not moving your mouse. But if you don't move your mouse, you won't get experience. I don't know how often you have to move it. Like, if I can just like casually move it like once every 5 seconds, or I have to like constantly move it like a tiny bit, or if I'm not like constantly moving it, if it immediately stops giving me experience. I'm not quite sure on that. I'll have to test. Oh, you were talking about the map question that somebody said. Oh, I see. I gotcha. Oh my gosh. Someone said, I use an AFK pool to let my sugarcane grow. Well, that's allowed. So you're allowed, it says in the rules, you're allowed to use an AFK pool. Because you're allowed to use like vanilla means of like AFKing. So you're allowed to just AFK in an AFK pool to let stuff grow. What you can't do is like have your character move automatically, like without you being there, to get experience and to do stuff. So like people were doing all kinds of like I don't even know what they were doing. I purposely didn't look it up because I don't have any intention of cheating. But like people were like doing weird things with like unplugging their mouse and odd things that would basically make their character move automatically. And obviously that's not allowed and bannable. But I guess at first, now they get caught right away, I think, and they get banned like right away because Hypixel's got a pretty good detection system. But like originally, I guess they weren't getting caught right away. So Hypixel made it so you had to move your mouse because otherwise they were still getting experience and they didn't want the cheaters to get their levels boosted without actually playing the game. But AFKing in a pool to let the stuff grow and stuff, that's allowed. You can also AFK to get extra drops and stuff like that, as long as it's not, as long as it's a vanilla mean. So as long as you're just like AFKing in an AFK pool, it's okay. Johnny says, I'm starting out playing Skyblock. Should I do farming or killing grinding? Probably killing grinding is easier to do starting out. It kind of depends if you're used to doing combat and stuff like that. Like, I never really did combat when I first started Minecraft because I had never done combat before, so I wasn't used to it. If you're used to doing combat from like playing vanilla and stuff, then it's probably easier to start out doing combat. But other people can answer that if they have a better opinion. You can always do farming though. Like if you have extra money and you want to build a farm, you can always do that. You might not want to build an entire island farm right away unless you have the money for it, because that might cost a lot of coins, and you don't want to burn yourself out right when you first start playing the game, because it takes like a long time to build a farm, like several hours, like 5 or 6 hours or whatever at least. So you may not want to do that all at once, but you can build it segment by segment also. Like that's what I show in my pumpkin farm video and also in my sugarcane video, that you can actually build. Did I skip a ton? Oh man, I skipped a ton. That's okay. You can actually build. I'm gonna try to break it when I go by it. Oh, did I go by it? Oh, it's just one thing. I skipped it. Oh wait, no, it was a bunch. There we go. I really shouldn't stop to fix that because that slows down my time a lot. But it was just kind of annoying me that I skipped those. Oh, I skipped a bunch. Oh, just one. All right, now I'm back. Now I'm good. Yeah, you really, to be optimal, you really shouldn't stop to like fix those like one piece of sugarcane that you missed, because it really doesn't matter, because you're still it's gonna be infinite. So if you skip one, just keep going, because when you get back around, it'll already have regrown anyway. All the other stuff will have regrown. Or at least that's what we're gonna test out, so we'll see. So, we'll see. What's my stopwatch at right now? If we're at almost 10 minutes, so it should still take me at least another 5 minutes to farm the rest of this farm, according to how long it's supposed to take. Considering I also was not really going the most efficient way possible, I kind of stopped every once in a while to read the chat and stuff like that. It'll probably take longer than 15 minutes, but well, it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. Am I lagging? It like keeps flashing. No, I don't think I was lagging. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Apparently I was, because it just like, that was weird. All right, I think we're okay now. I think we're okay. I sometimes watch videos, so I'm not moving, and I also don't move my mouse while farming because I don't really need experience right now. Yeah, I don't think, like, I think I mean, I don't know for sure, obviously, but I'm pretty sure, like, their anti-cheat system is pretty good, so it's not going to think, like, it's not going to think you're cheating just because you're not moving your mouse, especially because, like, everybody naturally will move their mouse, like, a tiny bit. And even if you're not, like, you're going to have to, yeah, I mean, I guess if you're doing, like, a cobblestone generator and you're farming cobblestone over and over and over again, you probably want to move your mouse, like, a little bit at least every once in a while, because it may think you're cheating if you're just, like, literally running back and forth through a teleport over and over and over again and you don't move your mouse at all. Because there's probably a way you can tell if you're cheating or you're not, but I don't know for sure. So you probably do want to move your mouse a little bit just to be safe on that. But most of the time, like, if your hand is on your mouse, you're naturally going to probably move it like a tiny, tiny bit without even realizing, oh, look, I went up a farming level. Nice. Oh, that's going to screw me up because now my speed is too fast. Oh, no. Oh, it's gonna be like 179 though, I think now. So, oh no, it's not. It's not gonna be too fast because I'm not wearing farming boots. We're okay. We're good. Carry on. I thought because every farming level you get, your farming boots go up 4% in speed. But I'm not wearing my farming boots right now, so I don't have to worry about that happening. So that is good. Yeah. Otherwise, once I leveled up, I would have ended up going up. Oh, actually, I still would have been okay because 4 plus 173 is 177. That would have actually made it better because then I would have actually been even closer to 178. But it's okay. I think we're getting close to the end of the farm. I think I saw it, but maybe not. What do you get from farming the sugarcane? That's actually what we are going to find out. We are going to find that out. I'm going to actually just make sure. I think I have a ton of space in my inventory. I think the inventory that's filling up is just the bottom. Yeah, oh yeah, I have a ton of space. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to find out because I started with a fresh inventory and we started farming this full layer. So when we get to the end, I'm going to see how much sugarcane I get. And of course, that's going to take a second to pause. I'm trying not to pause too much because I don't want to mess it up. I want to see if the first layer will regrow by the time we get to the end of the farm. By the time we get to the third layer, I want to see if the first layer regrew. So I don't want to pause for too long. But I also do want to see how much we make from one layer. So I am going to compress the sugarcane. I'm going to compress the enchanted sugar into enchanted sugarcane when we finish so we can see how much we get. But we will see what happens. Cloudy Poet, how's it going? Wood is up. When did stream start? Inverted Gamer says, I don't know when the stream started actually. Oops. Oh dear, I skipped all that. That's okay. The stream started. Oh, actually, does it say? It says it somewhere, but I can't see it right now. And since I'm farming, I don't want to pause to look at it. But it probably started at least an hour ago, probably an hour and a half ago. Because I finished building the rest of my sugarcane on the farm. And now we're farming the farm to see if it actually works. We want to see if we can infinitely farm sugarcane. So I'm going through these full 3 layers to see. We're also going to see, 86 minutes ago. Thanks for that, Yancey. Appreciate it. Justice Diamond, what's up? Welcome. Welcome back. Have you farmed only the first layer? Yes, this is the first layer. We are almost done farming the first layer. I've never actually farmed the second or the third layer. So hopefully it works. I mean, I didn't actually test it, but it should work. To just climb up the ladder at the end of this and continue farming. But we'll see. Oh, I still got a little bit of ways to go here. I got a little bit of ways to go, but I did kind of pause. Like, that's the thing. It's not like a true test because, of course, I'd rather pause and talk to the chat a little bit. I don't want to, like, not talk at all just to make sure I farm this. So we'll see. Kid Lightspeed, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for sticking around. Let's see. That's a lot of enchanted sugar. Yeah, it is. And even though it looks like it's not filling up my inventory, it's still filling it up, but it's in the part that you can't actually see. But that actually makes it more of a mystery, because, oops, oh, I just skipped that because I took my hand off the button for a second. But we'll see. When I stop this layer, I'm going to take a brief pause really quickly to compress the enchanted sugar into enchanted sugar cane, just to see how much we make. And what I'll do is I'll put it into another chest. That way we can calculate it later to see how much we made, or how much money we would have got from that amount. But I'm still going to compress it just so we can see, we can get a general idea of how much enchanted sugarcane you'd get. Of course, it depends how much, what your farming level is. I think my farming level is 24, or maybe I just got 23. I'm not even sure. I think it's 23. I think I just got farming level 23. And as you see, I'm moving my mouse up and down. I may be moving it like faster than I need to. It might also be like better to move it side to side instead of up and down, because up and down, I may accidentally go too far up and only hit the third layer of sugarcane. But we're not going for like super precise right now. I'm just trying to like get a general idea of how much you make, because it's of course going to be different depending on what your farming level is. I also have a rabbit, but that's just for helping my experience. That doesn't actually affect the drops. If I was going purely for money and I was doing sugarcane for the money, I would use an elephant, because the elephant would help out my drops. But since I really care more about leveling my farming right now and my alchemy, because I'm going to eventually use the sugarcane for my alchemy. Since that's mainly what, well, actually, if I was just caring about my alchemy, I would actually use the elephant, because I get more drops. But since I also want to level my farming, I'm using my level 100 rabbit to get 30% more experience farming. I mean, you probably, if you really cared, you could probably drink like a farming experience boost potion. But they cost like they cost like 30,000 coins or something like that on the auction house. I just didn't feel like I'd have to drink a whole bunch of them. I probably could have did it though, because it would have lasted for an hour and I would have got 30% more experience. I mean 20% more experience, so that would have probably been worth it, but I'll do it next time. For the stream, I just want to test this out for now. Justice says, I have harvesting 5. Does it work if I cut the first and second sugarcane, or only if I mine them separately? Somebody was just saying that they apparently made it so that when you never want to mine the first layer. I assume though you mean the second layer. The ideal of mining sugarcane, you always want to mine the second layer, which is right in the middle of the 3 blocks. That's the one you always want to mine, because it gives you the third one automatically. But as far as the double drops counting, or the harvesting 5 counting for it, somebody said it only counts for the second layer. Somebody said it counts for both, that because they fixed it, so now it counts for both. I'm not positive, but either way, there's nothing better you can do besides hitting the second layer anyway. So whether or not it counts for both or it doesn't count for both, there's nothing you can do about it. So you still want to farm the same way anyway. And you still want harvesting 5 on your hoe, because it's still going to give you double drops of something, even if it doesn't give you double drops of the second and the third block. Oh yeah, so Inverted Gamer says with the new update, it gives you both. So that's huge, because that gives you a lot more sugarcane. Oh, we're almost there. I can see the ladder. We got 2 more rows, I think. And we are done with this layer. And I can look at my stopwatch and see how long it took. I can't see it because my phone went dark because I haven't touched it for so long. Oh man, we're almost done. Well, we're almost done with the first layer. Not the third. Oh my gosh. Oh man, we're almost done here. Oh, I skipped one. That's okay. So as you can see, we got almost 100,000 experience. I don't remember how much experience I had at the beginning when I started this. I'll have to check for the next one. But all right, we just finished this. What time do I got on my stopwatch? 20 minutes. So it took me 20 minutes to farm this. I'm a little bit slow. I heard from people that it could take 16 minutes, so I was 4 minutes slow. But I also was kind of going slow. So what I want to do really quick, I know this is slowing my time down a little bit here, but I want to quickly craft this into enchanted sugarcane. I want to craft it into enchanted sugarcane. I'm then going to go here, and we're going to use this large backpack, and that's what we made in this one layer. 3 enchanted sugarcane, almost 4. So we made 3 and 3/4 or more enchanted sugarcane. That's what we made in one layer. Of course, it's gonna depend on what your farming level is. So by the way, the stopwatch says 21 minutes now, and I'm gonna finish lap 1. So now this is lap 2 coming up. Here we go. And so now we're on the second layer of sugarcane. We're gonna go for the third one. We're gonna do all 3 layers of sugarcane, and then we're going to see when we're done if the first layer grew back or not. Yeah, I probably should have drank that enchanted farming experience boost, but I don't want to go get it now because it's just going to delay my time. Uh, 10 sugarcane enchanted? No, it was 3. 3, and it was like 3.8. It was like 3.8 enchanted sugarcane. So if you sell that at 70,000 coins each, well, now it's a little bit lower. The market's actually tanking. But let's just say 70,000 coins each because it's easy to calculate. It would be, you know, I don't know. I'm going to use my calculator. It's going to take a second from my time. Actually, I'm going to pause it. I paused the time. I paused the stopwatch. I'm going to go to my calculator. Let me just see what we actually had here. I'm going to go to my calculator. We had 64 plus 64 plus 21, 149 divided by 160 is 0.93. So we made, so we made 3.93 enchanted sugarcane from that one layer. If we sell each of those for 70,000 coins on the auction house, on the bazaar, you get 275,000 coins. And it took me 20 minutes. But that was because I was going slow. But let's say I'm slow just to be safe. So then in 3 layers, you would make 825,000 coins. And that would be how long it would be for an hour. So you would make 825,000 coins in 1 hour. But that's using a rabbit. If I used an elephant, I would make more coins. Also, if I have a higher skill level, I would also make more coins. And I would make more coins per hour if I wasn't stopping to talk. And oh, sorry, I hit my mic. I got to start the stopwatch again. There we go. So the stopwatch is started again, and I'm gonna go. So yeah, I think you could go faster than 20 minutes. I was stopping to talk and everything, and so I could have at least did it in, I think, in 18 minutes. But just to play it safe, even if you took 20 minutes to do it, which I did, even with stopping and everything, you still make 825,000 coins per hour. And that's without using the elephant. So it's not the worst. I mean, it's not the best, but it's certainly not bad to make 825,000 coins in an hour. I mean, it's a decent amount, I think. You should do the spooky event. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. But I should do it at some point, try to get that skeleton horse. But I'd have to get like a whole organized group together and make it work. By the way, guys, if anybody's new that just tuned in and you're watching the stream and you're not already subscribed, it'd be super cool if you could hit that subscribe button on right below the video. That way you can find out when I post my future videos and when I go live in the future. And it also just helps out my channel because it gets me one step closer to hitting YouTube rank, which would be super cool. So yeah, feel free to hit me up with a sub. But I know most of you guys are already subbed, so thanks a lot for that. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream, also feel free to hit that like button as well. I definitely appreciate it. Let's see. Do I still play Growtopia? What are your thoughts about it? I have not played Growtopia in a long time. I hop on it every once in a while just to see what's going on, but unfortunately, I haven't played it in a while. But you never know. Maybe I'll go back to it sometime and play. But I really like playing Hypixel Skyblock. If you haven't played Hypixel, I would definitely recommend playing Hypixel Skyblock because it's pretty much like a 3D version of Growtopia. For those of you that don't know, Growtopia is a mobile game, but it's also on PC as well. It's on the same server, whether you play PC or mobile. And it's sort of like a 2D. You can build like 2D worlds, and then you visit other people's 2D worlds, and then there's seeds that you plant, and you get trees that give you blocks to build with and stuff. So it's sort of like the idea of like farming and stuff like that. It's the same kind of idea. Let me see. Oops. Oh, by the way, thanks for the follow, thanks for the sub, Yancey. I appreciate it. Let's see. Justice says, you were so right. I made the magma farm with cactus design, and I make about 2.5 stacks of enchanted magma cream going AFK overnight. 50 more than I was making with the drowning design. Oh, nice. So the cactus one is still better. That's good to know. Good to know. Because, I mean, I knew it was better, but I didn't know with all the different patching and stuff they've done in the game, I wasn't sure if maybe the drowning was now better. Because I haven't AFK'd for magma in so long that you never know if they changed it. Prayer Hypixel, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys subbing. It's super awesome. And I'm definitely going to try to go live more often, like a few times a week, if I can at least. Maybe even every day, but I don't know. Every day might be a little tough because I want to also make videos. And if I go live for like the whole night when I'm back from work, I can't make a video afterwards because at some point I have to kind of record and edit the video and it takes a while. So I'd probably like go live every other day or something like that. But I'm not exactly sure what my schedule will be yet. But yeah, definitely thanks for subbing. I really appreciate it. Spink says, I play Hypixel Skyblock. I got like 50 million total or something. I like doing dungeons. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. That's good to know. Yeah, see, a lot of people that play Growtopia came over to Hypixel because it really is sort of like a 3D version of Growtopia with a lot of different upgraded, a lot of different cool things like dungeons and skills and stuff that Growtopia didn't actually have. So I definitely like it. But Growtopia is still pretty cool. I just like the way that Hypixel Skyblock is set up. So yeah, I'm farming the second layer of my sugarcane farm. We're going to go through all 3 layers now that I finally finished my farm completely. And hopefully by the time I finish the 3rd layer, the first layer will definitely be respawned. I'm assuming it will, especially since I'm kind of going slower than I should be to farm this. It should only take like 16 minutes, and it took me 20 minutes. It could be because my speed is maybe a little slower than it should be because I'm going 173 instead of 178. I don't think it's because farming sideways is slower than farming straight ahead. I think it ends up being about the same, even though I do see a lot of people farming straight ahead and going diagonally, and doing it sort of like the pumpkin way of farming. I'm just afraid of doing that because I'm afraid that if I farm that way, that I'll end up accidentally moving my mouse down too far and breaking a whole bunch of sugarcane, the first layer of sugarcane, and then I'd have to replant it. You should shut off bobbing while farming. I don't know what that means. Like, how do you shut off bobbing? I'm actually bobbing on purpose. If you mean like moving my mouse up and down, I'm doing that on purpose because if I don't move my mouse, I won't get experience. Because Hypixel stops giving you experience if you just have your mouse going straight. Like right now, I'm not moving my mouse. I'd see it just stopped. It was showing me the compression experience, the carpenter experience, because I was no longer getting sugarcane experience because I stopped moving my mouse. So now I'm moving my mouse again, but that's why I'm going up and down a tiny bit. But as far as bobbing, is that a different thing? Oh, view bobbing setting. Okay, I'm going to try that. I'm going to stop the stopwatch at the end of this row. And then I'm going to check that setting because that could be something that's helpful. I didn't realize that was like a thing. Okay, all right, stop the stopwatch. I stopped the stopwatch. I'm going to go into my settings here. Let's see. I'm assuming it's like control. Oh, no, not controls. Maybe video settings? Performance? Nope. Quality? Nope. Video setting, quality, other? Does anybody know where this bobbing setting is, supposedly? Oh, view bobbing. More realistic movement. When using MIP maps, set it to off for best result. Well, I don't know what MIP maps are, but I'm going to turn it off. We'll see if I notice a difference. That'd be kind of interesting. I never realized that was just a, oh, wow. All right, I'm going to turn back on the stopwatch. Boom, stopwatch is back on, and boom. Oh, whoa, yeah, I think I noticed a difference. Yeah, I think I noticed a difference. It's hard to tell because I'm like moving really fast to the left anyway. But I mean, I'm still moving up and down myself because I'm moving my mouse up and down. But I guess if I move side to side like this, instead of up and down, then if I move side to side, it looks like I'm not really moving them. Well, it still looks like I'm kind of bobbing a little bit if I move side to side. But it still probably helps to turn bobbing off anyway if it's kind of annoying. I'll have to see how it looks when I'm doing regular stuff with it on. What's up, Clone Binder? How's it going? Firecracker, welcome back. So how are you guys doing tonight, by the way? Welcome everybody to the stream. If anybody's new to the stream, welcome. My name is BaldGuyAce. I'm a Hypixel YouTuber, a Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber. I used to make a lot of tutorials for the game. I kind of took a little bit of a break, but I'm back now, and I started making tutorials again. So I came out with I originally had a how to enchant your sword video and how to make a pumpkin farm video. And now I just made a how to enchant your bow video and a how to make a sugarcane farm video. I'm in the process of making a how to level your alchemy skill fast video. Or, well, not how to level it fast, but how to level it. And I'm going to come out with that probably tomorrow, hopefully, if I edit it in time. And, yeah, so that'll be cool. And I'm going to try to go live now more often. I hadn't gone live. Sunday was the first time that I went live in, like, 3 months, basically. Yeah, Sunday was, like, the first time that I went live in about 3 months. Not 3 months, 8 months. 8 months. So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to, like, continuing to go live more often. Because it's always cool to, like, hang out with people and stuff. And you guys are actually helping me learn a bunch of stuff about the game as well, which is cool. So, yeah, thanks a lot for that. Sorry, Kid Lightspeed said... Oops, I missed that one. And that one, no. Kid Lightspeed said, I will be right back. I'm going on my phone because I'm going to bed. Okay, yeah, don't stay up just to watch me. Don't worry, you can... yeah, you should definitely go to sleep if it's time to go to sleep. You don't want to, yeah, you don't want to like mess up your sleep schedule. I'm actually gonna, once I finally finish this thing, I'm gonna stop myself. But yeah, it does take a little bit of time to go through 3 layers of sugarcane. What's my farming level? My farming level is 23. We started this thing, and my farming level was 22, and I had about 400 and, I don't know exactly. It was like 420,000 experience or something like that. I don't know exactly what it was, because I should have looked at it, but I didn't. But it was 400 and something thousand. And now we're at level 23, and we have 98,000. So I've definitely gained at least 100,000 experience, probably like 150,000 or more experience from farming. And I have the rabbit pet. I have a level 100 legendary rabbit pet equipped, which is giving me 30% more farming experience, which is nice. What I should have did, because I didn't realize I was going to farm for an hour, I didn't think about it, I should have bought a farming experience potion and drank it. I didn't really think about it, but whatever. I'll do it next time. You're not getting any mining experience. Well, you do know you have to move your mouse the same way. So the same thing I'm doing for sugarcane. If you're mining, you also have to move your, like, if you're like, I don't know what you're mining to try to get experience. Like if you're doing a cobble generator, you have to move your mouse up and down a little bit, or side to side. You basically have to move your mouse somehow a little bit as you're going. It's just to let Hypixel know that you're actually there and you're actually moving. You're actually controlling your character. So as I'm going side to side here, I'm moving my mouse up and down just a tiny bit, just a little bit, just so that Hypixel knows I'm actually here and I'm actually playing. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, that's what you got to do to get the experience. As soon as you just sit there and you don't move your mouse, you're not going to get any experience. It's a fail safe, or that's not the right word. It's Hypixel basically put it in there to prevent people from cheating. How did I get my rabbit to 100? I bought it right off the auction house at level 100. It was only like 6 million coins to buy a level 100 legendary rabbit, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. Because I knew I was going to be farming like an absolute ton, and I wanted to get I just wanted my experience level to go up as fast as possible. So I just bought it off the auction house for 6 million. And I bought an elephant. The elephant I think was level 66, although it's going up in level now. I think it's like level 68. Because I put a experience share on the elephant, so the elephant gets 25% bonus. It gets 25% experience on top of whatever my pet is getting, assuming that my pet is the same type as the elephant. So the elephant's a farming pet, and so as long as I'm farming as long as my main pet is a farming pet, the elephant will get 25% of my experience. So my main pet right now is a rabbit, which is a farming pet. So even though my rabbit's at level 100, it still gains experience. The experience just doesn't do anything for the rabbit, but 25% of whatever the rabbit gains, the elephant will gain. So my elephant is actually going up in levels as I farm here, even though I actually have a rabbit equipped. So ideally, like, by the time my farming level is high enough that I want to start using the elephant will actually be close to level 100 anyway. I don't know if it'll be that high, actually, but hopefully it'll be a little higher than it is right now. Does the elephant pay itself back? I don't know if it really pays itself back. I guess it would if you farmed a ton, because it gives you... The elephant at level 100 basically gives you 25% double crops. So it's really giving you, like, in effect, 25%. And that double crops is on top of whatever you already make. So because it triggers 25% of the time, you're basically getting 25% more crops. It might be slightly different because it's random how it triggers, but it's supposed to trigger 25% of the time. So you're basically getting 25% crops. Bonus crops from using the elephant. So if you were going to get 2 million coins an hour farming sugarcane, then you would get an extra 500,000 coins every hour. That's just an example. I don't know if you'd really get that much without the elephant. But if you did, you'd get an extra 500,000 coins if you use the elephant, because you get 25% more. So that would mean if the elephant cost you 15 million coins to buy, I don't remember how much I paid for it. I might have even paid like 20 million coins for it, which is pretty crazy. So let's just say I paid 20 million coins for the elephant, and every hour of farming I get 500,000 coins extra that I wouldn't have got otherwise. That means I would have to farm for 40 hours, and then I would have made all the money back that I paid the elephant. But that also then means that anytime I farm after that, it's pure profit from the elephant. Also, what that doesn't take into account is that you can sell the elephant back at any time on the auction house for another $20 million. So you're not really even losing the money, because whenever you're done using it, if you ever decide you just don't want to farm ever again, you could just sell the elephant on the auction house again. And the price might be lower a little bit because more people are probably getting pets and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's I think it's worth it. It's just cool to have anyway. But yeah, it's like 20 million coins, so you don't really want to just go get an elephant right away. You'd want to farm a bit, see how you like it and stuff like that first. What is your next video, and when will you upgrade? When will you update? Or upload? My next video is going to be how to level your alchemy skill, and I'm going to upload hopefully tomorrow. But we'll see. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be the day after, but I'm hoping it'll be tomorrow. It really depends, because I got to edit it after this video, and if it gets too late, I probably won't have time to edit it tonight, which means I can't post it tomorrow. Oh my gosh, what the heck is this? Oh my gosh, HZ. HZ50V. Hey! Oh my gosh, I just broke that sugarcane. No! That was the weirdest thing. I never had that happen before. I guess I never farmed for this long. That was crazy. I never had that happen before. It like made me answer a CAPTCHA in the chat. That's crazy. That was kind of scary, because if I didn't answer that fast, they probably would have banned me for like auto botting or something like that. That was pretty crazy. I never had that happen. Oh, somebody just friended me. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to read what people said earlier. I missed it. Inverted Gamer says, do I use an AOTE or Radar Axe to one-hit zealots Also, do I use Fierce Unstable or Fierce Ender? Yeah, I'm not actually sure. The chat can probably answer that better than me. I didn't even know you could one-hit Zealots with an AOTE. I thought you needed an AOTD, but I could be totally wrong on that. You might totally be able to do it with an AOTE. I'm just not sure. Can you do /is net worth so I can see? I don't think that's a thing. I don't think /is net worth is a thing you can do. If that is a thing you can actually do, let me know in the chat. If a bunch of people say it's something you can do, I'll probably try it. I'll probably do it, but otherwise I don't think that would actually do anything. Yeah, I have a feeling it's not a thing. I'm not sure. But if you want to know my net worth, you can do it. You can check it. You can check it by going to the stats, like those stats websites, like the Leafint's website. It's like, forgot exactly what it is, like sky.lea.mo or something like that. Or it might be the other way around. I'm not exactly sure, but that might list your net worth. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's not a thing. I didn't think it was a thing. Oh my gosh, I missed all these things. I don't want to keep going back. Oh man, hopefully I'm almost at the end of this because this is taking longer than the other one to farm. I think. Oh no, it's not. It's about the same. It might be a little longer, but I did stop a couple times. Even though I did hit the stop button, it took me a second before I did it. Oh my gosh, I just missed all those. Oh my gosh. I also shouldn't stop to do that because stopping to go back to get like 3 sugarcane is not worth it in the long run because you're getting like 1 million every second. Not 1 million, obviously. You're getting like 10. You're getting like 20 every second, or more. So there's like no reason to ever stop and go back unless you just really feel like doing it for fun. And because it'll end up regrowing at the end anyway, so if you have 3 layers, so there's no need to get every single one, because by the time you finish, it'll regrow anyway. Yeah, I'm paying more attention to the chat now, which is kind of, it's tough to go, like, if I was, like, watching a TV show or something where I didn't really have to, like, think as hard and, like, read the chat while I'm going, it would be a lot easier to maximize the speed that I'm going. So whatever time it takes me to do this, you can assume it'll take you a little bit shorter time to do it. And we're almost done here. I'm about to stop the stopwatch. And boom. What did we get? Lap. Oops. 21. Oh, it was actually a little shorter than the last time. So the first time I did it, it was 21 minutes and 29 seconds. Oh, no, you know what? No, it is longer. It's because what happened was the first time I did it, I didn't hit the lap button. I just hit the stop button and then I started it again, but didn't do the lap yet. But it's still about the same. So it took me, for the second layer, it took me 21 minutes and 10 seconds. But that includes, like, I was kind of talking and I was doing different things and stuff. So it wasn't quite as long. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I gotta fix this. Oh dear. What do we gotta do here? I gotta take this. Boom, there we go. See, it's a good thing we test this thing. I had to break that, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to walk through. So let's just quickly compress this. I don't want to waste too much time because then we won't know for sure if the stuff regrows fast enough or not. Oh, we almost got enough for 2 again. So it looks like it was almost exactly the same as the last time. Almost the exact same amount, which is good. I mean, that's correct. That's what it should be, almost the exact same amount, because we're farming another layer. So this got 3, 64, 64, and 28. And the other one was 3, 64, 64, 21. So we got 7 more enchanted sugar from the second layer that we didn't get from the first layer. That could be because my farming level went up 1 during the first layer. And that's probably what it is, actually, because that 1 extra thing is 4% more. So I should get, oops, somebody sent me a friend request, sorry. If you guys sent friend requests and I missed it, just send it again. Sorry about that. There we go, I'll accept. All right, so yeah, so it's basically the same. It was only more because I went up a farming level, which gave me an extra 7 enchanted sugar. So as you can see, it is worth it going up in farming levels, because by going up farming levels, you get more enchanted sugar and hence more money. 7 enchanted sugar, though, is not that much more money, but it's something. So if you divide that by 160, multiply it by 70,000, it's basically 3,000 more per layer for that farming level. But if I go up, but let's say I go up like 20 levels, then that's 60,000 layer more money per farming level. And that's not really an exact calculation because I didn't really, I mean, that's not an exact calculation. So it might not be that exact amount. But yeah. But the point is you get more money. Now there's a stone slab there. That's okay. That doesn't matter. All right. So we're going to start the lap again. This is the last layer of sugarcane. And we're going to go and boom. There we go. Whoops. There we go. All right. So it's been 42 minutes. We're starting over. I mean, we're starting the next lap here. We're starting the next lap. Oh, I see. I looked down for like 2 seconds and I missed a little bit of sugarcane there. But yeah. Oh, wait. At the end of this, I got to switch my chat here. I minimized my chat. 1 second. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. If you give me 20 minutes. Oh, you're talking to Inverted Gamer. That's cool. Hey Ace, Firecracker says, hey Ace, what was the speed you wanted to farm sugarcane? 178 if you're farming sideways like this. If you're farming like one row, like if I was just farming this row straight up and down and then turning around and farming that, you'd want to go at speed 400. Not 400, sorry, that's wrong. 356. You'd want to go at 356, but that's if you're doing one block width at a time and then coming back down. I didn't like that though because then you're doing a lot of turning around. Like I like doing the sideways because you're going straight up the thing. Then I'm still facing the same direction. I'm just going forward a tiny bit here and then going right back the other direction. And also I'm breaking 2 blocks at the same time. Whereas the other way, you're constantly turning around. So you have to turn around twice as much. The other option, the third option of farming is you can farm 2 rows at a time, but still going forward by doing it sort of the way you would farm pumpkins. So you'd want to face diagonally while you're farming, and you would basically chop 2 at the same time as you're going. It's the same way you'd farm pumpkins basically, and I think you would do that at 256. I believe is the optimal speed for that. I'm not positive on that. The other 2 I am positive on because somebody did research and they told me that's what it was. But I'm not positive on doing the diagonal going straight forward. The reason I don't like to do that, though, even though I know 30 Virus does that, the reason I don't like doing that is because if you make a mistake and you look... Oh, that was weird. It like, froze. It, like, froze while I was going sideways. If you make a mistake while you're going forward and you look down or whatever, you'll end up breaking a whole bunch of things down. Like if I just start going forward and I accidentally look down while I'm doing this, I'll break all those on the bottom and then I'll have to replant them. And that's like annoying to have to do. Whereas if I'm going sideways, I have this bar, I have the stone slabs in the way. So if I look down, I'll just hit the stone slabs, which won't do anything because I'm holding a hoe, a diamond hoe. It may break it eventually. Yeah, I don't know. If I guess if I held it there for a while, maybe it would break it. I'm not sure, but it wouldn't break the sugarcane at least because I can't even reach the sugarcane with this thing in the way. See it? I could reach this if I looked really down, but that would be pretty crazy to look that far down. Let me see. I'm looking in the chat to see what you guys are saying. By the way, guys, I see there's a bunch of new people watching the stream. Welcome. My name is BaldGuyAce. I'm a Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber, and today I just finished my 3rd and final layer of sugarcane. So now I can farm sugarcane infinitely because by the time I get to the top layer, the sugarcane will be completely farmed and I should be able to warp back to my first layer and just start all over again. I'm not going to actually start again, but we're going to actually check and see if that's true. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this layer. This is the last layer. We're on the 3rd layer right now. So supposedly when I finish this layer, we can go back to the first layer and it should be totally regrown. And I should just be able to keep going. If I wanted to, obviously. But in this case, we're going to stop after that. But I just want to see it. We also wanted to see how much sugarcane we made each layer. And it looks like we made about 3.93 stacks of sugarcane per layer. And that's with a farming level of 23. And I have a rabbit out, but the rabbit doesn't actually, it affects my experience, but it doesn't affect how many drops I get. So the rabbit doesn't, so that's the drops without having a pet that affects drops. If I had an elephant, I'd get more drops. But I don't have my elephant equipped right now. So yeah, if you guys are new to the stream, welcome. And it'd be super awesome if you guys could hit that subscribe button. That way you can find out when I post my future videos and when I go live in the future. It also really helps out my channel, and it is totally free. It's just that subscribe button right below the video. And also, if you're enjoying the stream, feel free to leave a like. That way other people can find out about the stream. And, oh, Matthew Snodgrass, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the stream and hanging out. By the way, guys, I see people are asking questions. I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to look down at the chat while I'm farming. So let's see what people are asking. What's your opinion? Oh, wait, let me try to do it in order. Matthew says, I only have 1 layer farm at the moment, and I use pumpkin-like method. This is an interesting design. Thanks. Yeah, I saw somebody, whoops. There was like some invisible thing blocking me there. I saw somebody had this, and I was like, this is kind of, I don't know if they had the, how they had it blocked off. I think Akensoft might have it blocked off like this too, actually. But I really like the idea of like blocking it off. So it kind of guides your path, and making it, but I also really like so that I can't accidentally, so I can't go forward here, so I can't skip a row by accident because I blocked it off. But I also can't look down and accidentally farm below. And that was really the biggest thing, because I hate like having to worry about like replanting and stuff. So it's kind of nice to know that I can't, unless I like really mess up and I look all the way down here, which I'm not going to do. I won't have to replant. But yeah, that's cool though. Luca says, what's your opinion on using Schematica to help build things, such as a sugarcane farm? I don't mean using printer. Oops. Oh my gosh, I skipped so much. Once again, I don't recommend, if you're really trying to farm for a long time, you don't have to go back. I just kind of have like OCD, and whenever I see all that stuff unfarmed, I have to like go back and click it. But I don't recommend going back and clicking this stuff if you skip it, because if you have 3 layers, it won't matter if you skip stuff. You get a lot more sugarcane by just forgetting about it and continuing on your way. Because when you get to the end, you'll just keep going back to the beginning anyway. So anyway, what's your opinion on Schematica? Not using printer, but using it as a blueprint. Yes, so supposedly that's allowed, but you got to be like really careful, because if you accidentally use the printer feature, I think Hypixel will like immediately ban you. Like it has like a detector, and like the second you start using it, like you'll just get banned. And since printer's not allowed, you won't even be able to appeal it, I don't think. But of course I haven't tested it, so I don't know, but because obviously you don't want to use it. But regular Schematica without using printer supposedly is allowed. Don't take my word on it. I would definitely look that up first to make sure. But I'm pretty sure it's allowed, and that would basically like give you sort of like a virtual map that would kind of show where you should place the blocks and everything. I haven't used it because I'm just too afraid that I'll accidentally hit printer. I think they do make it without, like they make a version of it that doesn't have printer, so that you won't accidentally, accidentally hit printer. But I'm just still too afraid to use it, because I'm afraid like I'm gonna accidentally somehow, like they're gonna think I'm using printer and it's gonna get banned. But as far as my opinion, I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit like, I guess you consider it like it's a little bit like cheating to kind of like have the thing just literally show you exactly where you should place the blocks. But I don't know. I mean, people do all kinds of stuff like that to help them. So as far as like, obviously you don't want to use printer because that's not even allowed. But as far as just using the map to like help you see where to place the blocks, I mean, I guess it's sort of similar to just like watching a guide on YouTube, that kind of thing. But I probably wouldn't use it myself. It's just, I feel like it's just too risky. I just don't want to deal with it. Oops. Let's see. I found you today from your hopper guide. Helped a lot with my grinder. Thanks for that. Oh, well, you're welcome, Matthew. I'm glad you found it. And I'm glad it helped. Yeah, it's always cool to hear that my tutorial helped out. That it helped people out. Sawsome says, are rookie hoes better than diamond ones? For farming sugarcane, they are not. Because at least from what people say, I could be wrong, but from what people say, a rookie hoe does not actually get you any more drops for farming sugarcane. So you just want to use a diamond one because the rookie one doesn't actually do anything for farming. It doesn't give you any bonus. At least that's what everybody says. And the people that said that were all like pro farmers and stuff. So I'm guessing they're probably correct. But I think rookie hoes are better for whatever counts as a seed. Oh, 1 second. I got a cough. Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna, as soon as I finish this row, I'm trying to hold in the cough until oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, what? There's like an invisible thing like holding me there. Okay. Yeah, so whatever counts as a seed, a rookie hoe is better for because it supposedly gets you double stuff with things that have seeds, I guess. No, it's not coronavirus. I just had a tickle in my throat. Don't worry, not coronavirus. What's up, Dylan? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah, anybody new to... Oops. Oh, it's weird. I guess I'm getting, like, lag. It just keeps freezing while I, like... It's like there's an invisible thing, like, while I'm farming sometimes. Yeah, anybody that's new, welcome to the stream. My name's BaldGuyAce. I'm a Hypixel YouTuber, Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber, and I recently started streaming again and making guides again. So feel free to check out my guides after the stream. I have a bunch of different guides on how to make some farms and how to make a hopper system and different things like that. I'm going to try to make more guides, like how to level your alchemy. That should be out tomorrow, hopefully. If it's not out tomorrow, it'll be out the next day, but I'm hoping it'll be out tomorrow. Wow, it's really starting to lag now. I keep getting frozen every like time I try to move. Yeah, definitely check out that stuff. And if you're not already subscribed to me, it would be super awesome if you guys could hit that subscribe button. That way you can keep up with my latest videos and streams. And it also helps out my channel, so thanks a lot for... And thanks to everybody for already hitting the subscribe button. I totally appreciate it. It's so weird, yeah, it keeps freezing. It's like there's an like this happened to me when I farmed pumpkins, where like there's sort of like an invisible pumpkin and it doesn't let you move forward, but it also doesn't let you break it because it's invisible. But I haven't had that happen with sugarcane before, so it's kind of interesting that it's all of a sudden happening. I don't know if it's because I've been farming so much, or if it's just a coincidence. But yeah, and it was also interesting. I don't know if you guys saw earlier in the stream, but I was farming so much that I all of a sudden got like a thing that said like, please enter the following text in your chat to confirm that you're like actually a human. So I guess I was farming so much that it thought I was like a bot, and I had to like answer a CAPTCHA in the chat to like make sure that it knew I wasn't cheating, which is pretty crazy. Dylan says, do you want old dragon boots? No, I'm good. Thanks though. I also I decided to no longer accept any donations on this account because I never really accepted that many donations anyway. Like people just kind of gave me some small stuff here and there. But now I'm hearing about like people getting banned because they accept stuff, and like the stuff ended up getting like bought. It was bought with like in real life money that people use, and because of that, like the person that ended up with it at the end ended up getting banned because they traced the money or something. But there's no way to know as if you're like the person trading, if the person's like bought the stuff with in real life money or not. But I also don't want to accept donations just because I think people just like it better if your character, like if the YouTuber doesn't accept donations because they know that the YouTuber actually like got the stuff on their own. I mean, I know I did accept stuff like back when I first started, like some minions and things like that. But for the most part, I pretty much played like legit. without accepting anything. But yeah, people gave me like occasional things here and there. Like I think when I first started the game, somebody gave me like an aspect of the end. Back when I was like a new player, so like I was like, oh, that's so awesome. But actually, it might have been Dragonhance that gave me the. I think it was Dragonhance that gave me the aspect of the end. Like when I first started streaming, like 9 months ago. I'll have to check with him and see. But it could have been him. I'm not positive on that. But if he did it in a stream, it actually is probably still in the stream. It's probably like my first stream ever that he gave it to me. And actually, if it was, I'm not sure. But yeah. Other than that, though, like I haven't. I as of now, I'm not going to accept any donations. It just makes it easier. Let's see. What is the best farm to... Oops, oh my gosh. Once again, I don't recommend actually going back, but I'm just going to do it because I don't like skipping that much like that. Let's see. What is the best farm at the start for coins? Sugarcane is the best for coins. Well, I think sugarcane is best for coins even if you don't have a high farming level, but I could be wrong at that. I think melon is supposed to be the best for coins, like at the very beginning, because it doesn't really it doesn't rely on skill level, on farming skill level, because the trick is you would farm it with a silk touch pick, and the silk touch pick gives you a full melon every time you chop a melon instead of like a melon slice, and so you can get a lot more coins that way without having an actual skill level. But then you're also not gaining any farming skill either. So I don't really recommend that because I feel like you always should kind of be gaining skill level when you do stuff, because otherwise you're just kind of wasting time that you could be getting skill level. So I would probably recommend probably doing sugarcane, even though it's not going to be as much experience when you not as much money when you first start, but it still will be some money. It might even be more. I'm not really sure because I haven't calculated it with like one level. But yeah. So how are you guys doing tonight? Anybody have any other questions or any suggestions for future streams? I know a lot of people want me to stream dungeons. Eventually I'm going to do that. I'm just not doing it now because I'm not very good. And I also want to kind of get my skills up. But eventually I am going to probably stream dungeons. We're almost done farming this, I think. But look at all the experience we're getting, though. We started this thing with level 22 and 400 and... I wish I remembered what we had at the beginning. I think it was like 420,000 experience, something like that. And then we needed 500,000 experience total to level to 23. So we got the extra 80,000 experience to level to 23. And then now we got another 224,000 experience after hitting level 23. We're almost halfway to level 24. So, and all I'm doing is farming sugarcane, and I'm also getting money while doing it too. Well, I'm getting sugarcane, which I in turn can sell for money. But I'm actually going to end up using it to level my sugarcane. So, yeah. Let's see, 24-hour stream. Yeah, eventually I might do that. I don't know though. I'm never one to stream like that long like that. It's kind of tough. But you never know. I may do it like maybe as like a milestone for something. I might do a 24-hour stream. We'll have to see. You're very mind control. Oh my gosh, how did I skip all this? I must see. I wasn't really paying attention. Every time I'm like not really looking, I end up like going a little bit too high with my. I end up going just a little bit too high with my diamond hoe, and I end up only getting the 3rd layer. Oh, look at that! My elephant just leveled up to level 69. See, so I don't even have my elephant equipped. My elephant is not equipped. My rabbit's equipped, but my elephant has a experience share on it. It's the only one of my pets with it. So it's getting a full 25% experience of whatever I gain, whatever my rabbit gains. So whatever my rabbit gains, my elephant gets 25% of it. So it's actually getting like a decent amount of experience for as I level up here. Not as much, obviously, as if I equipped it. It's only getting 1/4 as much as if I equipped it, but because of that, I'm able to have my rabbit equipped, which gives me 30% more farming experience, and I'd rather get that than level up my elephant faster. But yeah, it's an experience share. I don't know if you can buy it at Zog. Maybe you can. I bought it off the auction house. You probably buy it from Zog, but I'm not sure. I assume, actually, yeah, I assume you probably would, but I'm not positive. You're very mind controlling. Yeah, no, that's, I haven't heard that one before. But I have heard that I have an interesting voice. Let's see. Benjamin says, okay, me and my friend want also to buy a pumpkin farm. How many layers do we have to build with no stopping? A pumpkin farm, I heard, now I don't know if officially, because I haven't done it myself, but supposedly to build a pumpkin farm, you have to build more layers than with a sugarcane farm. So with a sugarcane farm, you supposedly only need to build 3 layers for it to grow back totally. With a pumpkin farm, apparently you have to build more. But I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what people have said, and I haven't done it myself, so I can't say for sure. Yeah, I don't know for sure, so I don't want to give you the wrong information. But I have heard that pumpkin takes longer to grow back than sugarcane, and because of that, you'd have to build more layers. I did hear recently, though, that somebody did a test, and pumpkin grows back a lot faster if you have water. So if you build it like the one in my video, it'll grow back faster because I use water. But apparently you can even grow it back even faster than that if you literally put water after every single row of pumpkins. So that like basically no stems are touching, like every stem is touching a thing of water basically. Of course that means you could build a lot less rows of pumpkins that way though, so but supposedly it does grow back faster. But the one that I do it should still grow back pretty fast, just not as fast as if you build it with no water. It takes like forever apparently to grow back. And also pumpkin is faster to farm apparently. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But if it is, then yeah, then it would be even harder. Then you'd have to make even more layers. I didn't know if I would assume it would be about the same to farm. I'm guessing it's probably also faster to not farm it sideways like this and to farm it straight ahead, but doing it diagonally, because then I think you can do it at like 256 speed. I'm not positive on that though, because that may be too fast for the server to handle, which would mean it wouldn't actually register. All right, we're almost done. Oh, we're done. Gotta stop it. Gotta stop the stopwatch. And I stopped it, and it took us almost the same length of time, 21 minutes. And this one's at 21 minutes and 46 seconds, but that's because I stopped a couple of times. So it seemed like even while stopping a little bit and not just kind of taking. Oh wait, before we do this, let me quickly go to the bottom. Is it regrown? It's regrown. Look at that. Look at that. You can look down that whole row. It's fully regrown. This is the first layer. The first layer I'm flying down, and it is entirely regrown. I don't see a single one. I don't see a single thing of sugarcane that is not regrown here. I'm just making sure here by going all the way down. Look at that. Nothing. And of course, well, actually, that's interesting. Even the second one is almost regrown, which is interesting. Oh, you know why? Because I paused a little bit to talk. But, no, so the second one's not fully regrown. So you do need 3 layers. Because the second one, if you only had 2 layers, it wouldn't be fully regrown. But the first one is totally regrown. So 3 layers, it seems like, is enough. At least it's enough if you farm 20 minutes each row. I'm pretty sure if you farm 16 minutes each row, it's also still going to be enough. You never know for sure, but considering this is 100% grown, and even the row up here is starting to grow, that makes me think that this would totally have regrown even if you were able to farm each layer in 16 minutes instead of 20. So that is really cool, and it's good to know. By the way, this is my pumpkin farm here, guys. I'm not going to farm this right now, but so let's just see if what we gained here. We should have gained the exact same amount as the second layer because I didn't go up another farming level, so I should have gained the exact same amount. It is still technically based on luck a little bit because it's like a percentage, not luck, but our random percentage, but let's see. So if we take this and we put this in a separate chest, so this was first layer, second layer, third layer is now boom, boom, boom. And then we go back. So the third one is, it's almost exactly the same. Because look, see, the second layer was 3 enchanted sugarcane, and then it was 64, 64, 28. And this is 64, 64, 27, but then it's a bunch of regular sugarcane. So it's almost exactly the same. Of course, it's a tiny bit different. That's just because there's percentages involved, so it's always going to be a little bit different. And so that's cool. If you add up all of it, though, well, let's see. Let's see, you want to calculate it? So I'm going to take it all out now. We got that. Let's go back. Oops. Looks like that's all I'm going to be able to craft. So coincidentally, it also took me about an hour to farm this. So you should be able to, if you're going faster, like if you farm it every 15 minutes, you should be able to do 4 layers, not 3. Because I farmed a little bit slower, it took me 20 minutes to do each layer. So it was actually an hour to farm 3 layers. So it's a little bit less money, obviously. But I got 11 enchanted sugarcane in that hour. And then 64, and then what does that end up being? 64 plus 64 plus 13... 141 enchanted sugar. So that's almost another, that's 0.88 of an enchanted sugar cane. So basically we ended up in that hour, we ended up getting 11.88 enchanted sugar cane worth of stuff. So if I take 11.88 and let's say we sell it at the bazaar for 70,000 coins each, that's 831,600 coins. So in 1 hour of farming, we just amassed 831,600 coins. It's a little bit lower at the bazaar right now. The prices are actually going down, I believe. Let me actually just warp to the hub right now. I'm gonna run over here to the bazaar. The prices are tanking, of course, because everybody's making sugarcane farms, but they could go back up because people do need sugarcane for enchanting. I mean, not for enchanting, for raising their alchemy level and for brewing potions and stuff. And because they need it for that, if people eventually stop farming because they get bored of it or whatever, the price will go back up. So right now, if you could sell it instantly for 67,000 coins each, but if you sell it and you kind of wait, you can put in a buy order for 69,000 coins. So if I click this, yeah, see all the sell offers right now? They're for about 69,000. So you get a little bit less right now, but at one point, enchanted sugarcane was like actually really high. So, I mean, hopefully it'll rise back up. It probably won't rise. It probably won't rise up. The good thing is, though, let's check, just to double check, I'm going to go to the NPC. So even if the bazaar prices completely tank and you can't sell it for anything because they just aren't, everybody's making it, you can go to any NPC and you can still sell it there for still some money, just not quite as much. So let's see, 563,200. So how much is that for one? 563,200 divided by 11 is 51,200. So every stack sells for 51,200 at the NPC. So no matter how low the bazaar price goes, it can never go lower than 51. I mean, the price could go lower than 51,200, but if it does, you just sell it at the NPC. So you'll never get less than 51,200 for your enchanted sugarcane. So even in the absolute worst case that the market completely tanks, I still would have made, if I sell all this, what is it, 11.88. So 11.88 times 51,200, I still would have made 600,000 coins in that hour of farming. And that's in the absolute worst case. And I didn't use an elephant. If I used an elephant, I would get more. Like if the elephant was level 100 and I had 20 and I got 25% more stuff, then it would be that time. It wouldn't be exactly like that, but let's just say it's it would be 25% more. So with the elephant, I would have got 760,000 at the NPC for the absolute lowest price. Ideally, you would never have to sell it that low, but this is the worst case. You would get 760,000 in an hour if you used an elephant, and that's with my farming level very low. My farming level is 23, If I raise my farming level to 33, I'm gonna get an extra 40% chance of doubling crops. It's not exactly the same. It's not exactly like that because the way the calculation is made or whatever, but it's a lot more. But the point is that you get a lot more crops. So if I just raised it by 10 levels, which is still not, it's still 17 levels away from 50, I'd get a lot more money. So that shows you how much money you can make from sugarcane. And once again, in case you guys don't know, you can use my video, my edited video, that's how to build a sugarcane farm, in 6 simple steps, it's called. And actually, it's just called How to Build a Sugarcane Farm. But if you use that, you can build a sugarcane farm, and you can build 3 layers, and then you can do the same thing that I just did, and start making lots of money. All right, let me see some questions. Sorry, I did a lot of talking there. Let's see. How long do you think we would need to build a layer of pumpkin with 2 players? I don't know. It does take a long time to fill in the dirt and everything. So I would say, like, if you're really going at it hard, like maybe 5 hours, but it might take longer, it might take shorter, I'm not quite sure. Enchanted sugarcane grows on itself, whereas pumpkin grows off of something else, which takes twice as much space. Oh, right. It's right. That's true. Pumpkin grows off of a stem, so it takes twice as much space, so you can't plant as much. Because you can't plant as much, you go through it faster. So even if it grows the same speed, you're going to farm it faster because there's not as much on each layer, so you have to build more layers of it. Right. Inverted Gamer says, do you have any grand experience bottles I can use? I have them, but I don't want to just give away experience bottles. Because once I start giving away stuff, then everybody's going to start asking for stuff. And so the only fair thing to do is just to not give anything away. Unfortunately. Time to work on my sugarcane farm. Yeah, right. Yeah, and I'm glad I was able to confirm that for everybody, that that building 3 layers is enough for it to not regrow. I mean, for it to regrow at the bottom, so that you can just keep farming indefinitely. Do I have it? I actually don't have a Titanic experience bottle at all. The good thing though is because of the bazaar, anybody can just make it by just buying the stuff off the bazaar, assuming you have the Lapis collection for it. How long do you? Oh yeah, I answered that one. Can I ask your age? I'm old enough. Old enough is what I like to say. I'm not actually. I mean, I am bald, but I'm bald because I really just more lost a little bit of my hair, so I shave my head because it just looks better. So I'm not really like fully bald, so I'm not that old. But I'm definitely older for a Minecraft player. What's up, Gabe? How's it going? What's up? Welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, thanks for sticking through that and watching it. I did tell somebody I was going to give them a tour of my island. Let me just give a quick tour of my island. Before I forget, I'm going to open up my island right now to people to come and join. If I can figure out how to do it. Oops, wrong thing. Island settings, boom, boom. There we go. My island is now open. Oh, somebody already joined. Wow, look at that. What is up? Yeah, Gabe says, thanks for the tutorial. Oh, you're most welcome. I'm glad I could help. Dylan says, I'm already getting on the sugarcane farm. Nice. Nice. Yeah, definitely. I definitely recommend it. It's especially cool because unless Hypixel actually changes the price that the NPC buys it for, which I highly doubt they would do, it's good to know that even if the market totally crashes, you can still get a good amount of money. It might not be as much if the market totally crashes, but I mean, as you saw here, I still made 600,000 even without the elephant, and I would have made about 750,000 or more with the elephant, and I was farming slow. If I farmed a little bit faster because if I was paying more attention to it, then I would have made even more. So I probably could have made still close to $1 million an hour, even selling to the NPC, which is pretty cool. Since normally it would take like a whole day to get like $1 million, or at least a half a day to get $1 million coins worth of stuff from your NPC. So what I would actually do with these enchanted sugarcane that I made is I'm not going to actually sell them. I'm going to actually level up my alchemy. And actually, I don't know if you guys want to see me do that now. I didn't really want to waste an alchemy potion, but I think I'm going to do it. So first, just a quick tour of my island. This is the city. As you see, there's not much here. There's a party room over here. But what's cool is that I have these portals over here. So if you type /visit BaldGuyAce at any time, unless the island's full, unfortunately, I can only have 5 people on it right now because I'm MVP+. But if you type /visit BaldGuyAce, if you don't have fast travel stuff, you can just come here and you can use any of these portals to get to all these different locations. So you got most of the park. The only one I don't have is one of the ones in the park, the dark oak. The only reason I don't have it placed is because it just didn't fit, and I kind of wanted this thing to be symmetrical. But you can get there by just going to any one of these things and just going up a couple levels. But yeah, you can get to the end: Blazing Fortress, Spider's Den, Gold Mine, Deep Caverns, Mushroom Desert, the barn. All you have to do is just and I know people use it all throughout the day, because usually when I'm here, people will quickly travel to my island and then they quickly travel off because they're using the portals, and that's totally cool. Let's see. What's up, Aaron? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What are you doing? Farm candy right now? Sugarcane? I was farming sugarcane. But I finished it. And we ended up with this. 11 enchanted sugarcane. And all these enchanted sugars. So what I can do now is actually use it. Oh, first let me just quickly go down here, show you guys, because somebody wanted to know what the rest of my island looks like. If you warp to the BGA underworld by going through that portal, I have all the stuff that I store from my minions here and all these different things. It's kind of organized by item. Now I have a lot of stuff on my item because you have the sack of sacks, which holds a lot of stuff. So a lot of my items are in there, but I still have stuff here too. My minions are over here. I'm using Lapis minions right now because Lapis minions make a decent amount of profit. I have level 11, and then all these are level 7. I probably wouldn't recommend leveling all the way up to level 7. It's a lot of Lapis. I'd probably recommend only going to level 5. But because I plan on using these a lot, I figured I'd go to level 7. It also helps my mining a little bit when I collect it. Then if you warp through these things, you got my pumpkin farm down here. This is my magma farm, which doesn't have any magma in it, but it's my cactus. I built this thing. It's in a tutorial. And you can place your magma and stuff. You can place any minions basically on the sides here. And any minions that have like mobs. And they'll spawn the mob, and the mob will then travel through here, and it'll go into the hoppers. The mob will die in the cactus and then go into the hoppers. It's really not as useful anymore because you have to AFK, and you really don't get that much more money or anything. But yeah, sheep minions are pretty good. Right now, though, I'm just using Lapis because I think you still get more money using Lapis, and you don't have to AFK. But it's still cool. Like, just the design is kind of cool. Then the stuff drops. It goes through this whole hopper system, which I also explained in a tutorial video. Then it goes down all these chests. And when I was using it like a lot, it would actually fill up all these chests, which is pretty cool. Over here, you got my, these farms are good for AFKing, or not even AFKing, but just using in general. I made them for gassed minions so that you could get your leveling up. You can't actually do that anymore because you can't gain your level on your island from gas minions from killing them, but it's still helpful if you want AFK and get a bunch of gas tiers. Or if you just want any area to, if you just want to place mobs that spawn a bunch of, if you just want to place minions that spawn a bunch of killing mobs like creepers and stuff, and you don't want the creepers running all around or the blazes, I just do this to store them so that way the stuff doesn't escape and start flying all around your island. So this is kind of useful. Each one of these things fits 8 minions around the sides. And this is exactly the same one over here. It's the same exact thing. I just built it so that I can fit 16 total minions in these two things. I don't use them anymore. I was doing it while I was leveling to try to get my collections up. This is an old thing. This was a drowning minion thing. When I first was experimenting, I built this, but it didn't work as well. So I kind of stopped. This is another version of the drowning thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to start trying to build more stuff, but the coolest thing is the city that's up here. It's above us right now. But eventually I want to build a ton of stuff up in that city. So yeah, sheep aren't good anymore. They dropped a lot of money, a lot of price at the bazaar. So they're really not that much worth it anymore. I would just go back to doing Lapis. Because even though Lapis dropped in price, it still sells for a lot. So it's still worth doing. Let me just see other questions. What minion do you use? Yeah, I use the Peace minion. What is my username? My username is BaldGuyAce. Oops, I missed the friend request. Sorry, you can send that again. Sorry about that. My username is BaldGuyAce. Oh, I should have been farming candy for the Spooky Festival. Yeah, sorry. I'll do that next time. I didn't want to do it this time because I already bought the black cat anyway at the auction house for like 20 million coins. So I have a black cat anyway that I bought just for fun. It's actually kind of cool because if I summon it, I go like insanely fast. Like if I wear young armor and dragon and farmer boots, and I have a black cat, my speed is naturally 351, and that's without any speed potions. So I don't have any potions, and my speed is 351, which is pretty crazy. And then if I do have potions, it goes like insanely high. Because I can go above the cap. Because I would change my wardrobe and put the young dragon boots in, and my speed would be like 500 and something. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna take that back now. So let me I'll just move that like that. And I'm gonna unsummon the cat before I forget. I don't know what I want to summon. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly oops, there we go. I'm gonna quickly level up my alchemy, just to show you guys how much you can get. First I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna craft that. I don't need that sugarcane anymore, so I'll do that. I'll get one more enchanted sugarcane. There, now I can save that over there. So we have 12 enchanted sugarcane that I can now use to level up my alchemy. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. Do you have a farm for experience? I use my sugarcane farm for experience. I do have a 1 pumpkin farm, but that's not enough to continuously farm it. But you get enough experience from sugarcane that I'd rather just farm sugarcane for the money and still get the little bit, even though it's a little bit less experience than pumpkin, it's still worth doing it over pumpkin, I feel like, because you get a ton of money. So I think it's worth it. So I'm going to go back up to the top here. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to actually place this. So first, oh wait, I'm going to unclick this because you can't, if you have the alchemy brewing stand selected, it's harder to spread the stuff out in your inventory. So I unclicked it. I got all this stuff in my inventory like this. So you can brew the stuff and not collect. You don't have to worry about getting your pet out yet. Actually, I'll just take it out now so I don't forget. But you don't need it out right now because you don't need it until you pull it out. So I have a parrot. It's level 64, which you'll see in my alchemy video, which should come out tomorrow. You want to make sure you take your alchemy pet out before you pull the stuff out of the brewing stand. But until you pull it out, it doesn't actually matter because you're not getting the experience until you pull it out. So yeah, I have the awkward potions already here prepared because I already brewed the water with the nether wart. So now I'm going to, you can watch my video. In my video, in my edited video that's going to come out tomorrow, I'll show exactly how to do it. But I'm just going to put these 11 sugarcane in here. And it's actually, oh shoot. Oh good, I do have, for a second I thought I didn't turn this into awkward potions. I don't know if that would have messed it up. Or maybe it just wouldn't have did anything, I'm not sure. But I'm just putting all the enchanted sugarcane in with the awkward potions, which makes speed 5 potions. Each speed 5 potion gives you 15,000 experience. I mean, yeah, each one gives you 15,000 experience, which then will get you 45,000 experience per enchanted sugarcane, and that's before any kind of boosts of experience. Hypixel has an ongoing 20% experience boost anyway, on top of everything. And in addition to that, the alchemy pet doesn't give you bonus experience. It's just good to have because you get experience for your pet and you get taming experience. But I'm gonna drink a potion. Actually, I don't want to drink it yet. So now, oh my gosh, what? Oh yeah, right. I didn't start till here yet. So I have the speed 5 potions, but the trick here, and I show this in my video, I shouldn't really be giving away all this stuff. I don't really care though, it's all good. Since you guys stuck around this whole stream, I'll give away this strategy is glowstone dust only costs like 15 coins per dust, because it's just regular glowstone dust. And by adding 1 glowstone dust into the finished speed 5 potions here, like this, these speed 5 potions become speed 6 potions, which doesn't give you any more experience. But when you sell a speed 5 potion at the NPC, it sells for about 100 and something coins. When you sell a speed 6 potion at the NPC, it sells for 5,800 coins. So by spending 15 coins on the glowstone dust, you're getting an extra 15,000 coins. Actually, it's more like 17,000 coins. You're getting an extra 17,000 coins by spending 15 coins on this glowstone dust. So even though this doesn't actually help your leveling, it's like completely and totally recommended to do it. Can we not do that, please? If you guys stand in the way, I'm gonna have to kick you. So sorry. Thanks. All right, there we go. So, and it only takes 20 seconds to wait for the glowstone dust to work. So now I'm all ready. Now all I have to do is pick the stuff out of here. As soon as I take the speed potions out, I get experience. So I don't want to do it unless I drank an alchemy potion. You don't have to have an alchemy potion, but they're really cheap to buy on the auction house, so you might as well just do it. I bought it for like 30,000 coins, and I probably overpaid. I just did it because I didn't want anyone to overbid me. So let me just go into my potion bag. I'm going to take this out of here, this alchemy boost. And I also have my parrot equipped, so I get extra duration, which I don't need because it's going to take me 2 seconds to pick all this up. So now I have an hour of alchemy boost, but I only need about 1 minute of alchemy boost because I'm going to go through and collect this right now. So as you see, before I do this, look at my alchemy level. My alchemy level is 21, and it is 21 with 222,000 experience points. So 222,000 out of 400. I'm going to go ahead now and collect this stuff. Each one is going to give me it will give me 15,000 experience each, but that's before the boost. I'm getting a 40% boost because 20% from Hypixel and 20% from the potion I just had. So we'll see what I get from just taking, let's see, I had 22,000. Let me just take one out. I got 21,600 experience from that one because of all the boosts. So then I'm just going to go, and let me just make sure I do have my pet equipped, right? Let me just make sure here. Yes, my parrot is spawned, and that is what I want. So I'm going to go through here. Boom, boom. I collected that. Look, my parrot leveled up. Boom, boom, boom. My parrot leveled up again. Look at this. Oh, I just leveled up my alchemy once. Look how fast this is leveling up. From just 11 enchanted sugarcane that I got from 1 hour of farming sugarcane. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. I got so much I got to actually take it out of my... Yeah, I got so much I have to actually put it away. Let's see. Oh, it's because I got this extra stuff. Oh, that's cool. I'll just put this away for now. That should be enough room. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. My parrot's 71. I still got more. Oh my gosh. I just went up another alchemy level. Oh, I still got more. All right, I do have to put more away in my ender chest. All right. I'll put these here. I'll just take a row out because I'm going to collect them right back again in a second. So, all right, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. I think that was it. That was it. Yeah, look at that. All right, so when all is said and done, what did I say I had? Level 21 alchemy, and I had 222,000 out of 400 experience. Now I am level 23 alchemy, so I went up 2 levels, and I have 100,000 experience. So we gained a ton of experience, and that was just 1 hour of sugarcane farming. And in addition to that, the parrot that I had went up from level 64 it was at before this, and it leveled all the way up to 72. So I got experience for that. I didn't check my taming experience, but taming experience goes up automatically when you're leveling up your pets. So I also got taming experience for that. So my taming is, it's still 23, but I probably gained a decent amount of leveling for that. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I should have checked my rank. I don't remember what my rank was at. So yeah, I don't remember what it was at. So, but now it says 40,811. It also might not have registered. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to register. But just the fact that we were able to go up 2 levels from 1 hour of farming. Of course, if your level's higher, it won't be that high. It won't be that fast. But it's crazy because like yesterday, before I used a bunch of sugarcane yesterday too. I used 14 sugarcane, as you'll see in the video that I'm going to post tomorrow. And I went from alchemy 14 to alchemy 21. So you go up really fast. That's my point. But on top of that, watch this. So now I'm going to go to the hub. And even though I just used that sugarcane for my alchemy, so I didn't sell it. So I could have made, as we saw, I could have made, if I had sold that sugarcane, it would have been 11 pieces. I would have sold it for 69,000 each. That's what it sells at the bazaar right now. So I would have made 759,000. Instead, I decided to use it to level my alchemy, but that's okay because as you see here, I'm going to deposit all of my money in my bank so that you can see what I make. I'm going to now sell these speed 6 potions. I'm going to fill up my inventory first. Oh, there's almost enough for all of it. And then I'm going to go to this guy here. And I have to double click each one of these things because my Skyblock add-on thinks this is a super valuable potion. And so it doesn't think I'd want to sell it. But I do because so many people make these potions because they're leveling their alchemy that they don't sell for anything on the auction house. So I'm just going to sell them to the NPC. But I'm selling each one for 5,800. And if I had made just a speed 5 potion, I didn't use that glowstone dust, it would have been like 150 or something like that, which is nothing. So for 15 coins, I was getting an extra 17,000 coins for each set, for each piece of glowstone. So it's easily worth it. Let me just get the last 2 speed 6 potions. Boom. There we go. So look at that. Even though I just used that enchanted sugarcane to level up my alchemy, I still gained 209,000 coins from it anyway. So I managed to gain experience farming for an hour to raise my farming. I then gained experience of my alchemy, so I gained my alchemy 2 levels up, and I got 200,000 coins on top of it all. So it's pretty awesome. I mean, I think it's, and this is all from my sugarcane farm. So I think it's pretty worth it. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, let me just see what questions anybody said here. Can I craft some grand experience bottles? I'm going to probably get off in a second. If you're here right now and you want me to craft it, I could craft it if you have the materials. Let's see. Did I see any other questions? Your number 6,274 at Alchemy 35. Nice. Very cool. Oh, in the Dungeons Hub, Skyblock add-ons doesn't work, so you can sell easier. Oh, that's good to know. Although it's also good to know because you might accidentally sell something important too if the add-on doesn't work. So yeah, but that's good to know for selling. I'll have to do that next time I sell. I don't have to double click. What's up, Soham? How's it going? Daniel, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, if you're new watching the stream, thanks a lot for hanging out tonight. My name is BaldGuyAce. And my name is BaldGuyAce, and I'm a Hypixel Skyblock YouTuber. Today we went over how to farm. We finished my sugarcane farm, basically. And we went over whether farming 3 layers of sugarcane is enough to allow it to regrow on the bottom. And it is enough. We tested it out. It is enough. And so with 3 layers of a full island-sized amount of sugarcane, you can farm continuously as long as you want. Because by the time you get to the 3rd layer and you finish, the 1st layer will be fully regrown and you can start farming there. So it is super good to know. And after an hour of farming, I was able to raise my alchemy and all that stuff. So thanks a lot for watching this, guys. I'm going to actually end my stream now. But I really appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, guys, it would be super awesome if you could hit me up with a subscribe. It's totally free, and it really helps out my channel because it gets me one step closer to YouTube rank. All you have to do is hit the little subscribe button below the video. In addition to helping me out, it also lets you know when I post my future tutorials and guides, and it lets you know when I go live in the future, so you'll be able to check me out on a future live stream. So thanks so much, guys, for hanging out. Let me just take off my little wardrobe here. So yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, watching this live stream with me, guys. I really appreciate it. And hopefully, I'm going to try to live stream again in the future fairly often. I can't guarantee it's going to be every day, but I'm definitely going to try to live stream fairly often and do different things and cool things. So yeah, feel free to check out my other videos as well. And thanks again for hanging out tonight. And until my next stream, I'm BaldGuyAce, reminding you to embrace the baldness. Take care, everybody.